Chevy is more than just a name you can trust. It's everything you want, for less than you'd expect. It's power that pulls its weight, and confidence you can feel. All the capability you need, and the quick charge that keeps you moving.
Start the year in drive. Now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Equinox models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
He suits up in a National Hockey League game. He took the warm-up. He did face some shots. He looked like he was capable at the time of the warm-up anyway, but we'll have to see if he does get into this game and make his NHL and Blackhawks debut in some way. I don't know. That's going to be a tough decision on the part of the coaching staff, I would think, because Comesso is going to get the net, and I think they want to see him go the whole way, but you just never know. And with sickness going through the team the way it is, Steve, you wonder, I hate to even speculate or think this way, but all those guys are around each other, and they're all human. You just wonder, is it going to get worse or is it going to get better?
Well, I think right now there's a bunch of guys who are going to be playing tonight who probably aren't 100%, and we might never know. But, as you mentioned, there was a bunch of guys who went down, and these guys literally live with each other. They've been living with each other the last couple of weeks, whether it's on the road or in the dressing room. There's some guys that aren't going to be 100%, but, sometimes you play better when you're not at your best. It's kind of the wounded tiger scenario. You never want to face a wounded tiger because they're a lot more fierce. So hopefully the Blackhawks are fierce tonight. They play a simpler hockey game, the guys who aren't 100%, and they come out on top.
Well, Drew Comesso leads the boys onto the ice. His record in Rockford this season, 6-11-2 with one shutout, a 2.72 goals against, and an even .909 save percentage. And he'll face Logan Thompson at the other end, the Washington Capitals goaltender. Great to see Connor Bedard step back out on the ice. Let's get to some sponsored items, and we'll talk more in a little while. Who's going to deliver? Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. I'm not going to grab the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to leave that for my colleague, Steve Conroy, because he can fill you in on that better than anybody. But I'm going to pick Andre Burakovsky, Steve, to deliver here tonight because Andre is a former Washington Capital. He seems to have been trending in the right direction. I'm looking for him to have a memorable night here tonight. Keys to the game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Steve, has your keys.
Yeah, John, first off for the Blackhawks, Bedard is back, but don't take your foot off the gas. Now, keep in mind the Blackhawks have won 4 in a row. In fact, they're 5-1-1 their last 7 games. That's outstanding. And I think the natural reaction is, okay, we got our best player back. We can all relax a little bit. You don't want that to happen. Make sure you're playing the same way you were without Connor. Secondly, do it for Drew. When we're talking about Drew Comesso, he gets the surprise start tonight. I'm sure he's just as nervous as anyone in this building. Make sure he sees the first few shots. He gets into the game very quickly. And finally, it's a dad trip. Make sure you're ready. It's the annual father's trip for the Washington Capitals. The dads are all here. They're going to be going really hard. Make sure you start on time.
I like that one. All right, who are you banking on, Steve? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I will go with the low-hanging fruit, John. I'm going to go with Connor Bedard. He's been chomping at the bit. He is raring to go.
All right, sounds good. Well, the stage has been set. The Blackhawks and the Washington Capitals will finish business here tonight. Is this Ovi's last game here in Chicago? We're going to find out in a little while. But right now, we're going to send it down to ice level. On the red carpet that extends out from the penalty boxes is the greatest soloist in the history of hockey. Of course, I'm talking about Jim Cornelison. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing of that star-spangled banner, yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jim Cornelison with our Star-Spangled Banner, getting them revved up and ready. By the way, tonight's presentation of the National Anthem is proudly sponsored by Good Burley Home Services, a proud partner of Plumbers 911. Let's get to the starting lineups. In goal for the Washington Capitals going to be Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson checks in with a record of 4-1-2 with one shutout against the Blackhawks. At defense for the Caps are Martin Farivari and John Carlson. Up front from left to right, former Blackhawk Anthony Beauvillier will start at left wing, centering the Caps' opening line, a Culver Academy product and a good guy, Nick Dowd. And starting at the right wing is Ethan Frank. For the Blackhawks, starting in goal, only his second NHL start, his first here at the United Center, Drew Commesso. And at defense, they're going to be Wyatt Kaiser and Artem Levshunov. Up front from left to right, Connor Bedard gets the start at left wing. Centering the Hawks' opening line, Oliver Moore. And starting at the right wing is Nick Lardis. Referees this evening are Francis Chiron and Jordan Samuels-Thomas. Handling the lines are going to be Julian Fournier and Brendan Garlitz. Well, we'll see what happens here. Down to center ice we go. Dowd facing off against Oliver Moore to get her going. The drop of the puck, we're underway, and Moore wins the draw. Back into the Hawk zone, it goes to Levshunov. Over to Wyatt Kaiser. Spins it up the left wing, Bedard hands it back to Levshunov, who bats the puck to center ice. And then Farivari just does avoid a check from Nick Lardis in front of the benches while dumping the puck into the Hawk zone. Bedard will fire it across the rink on the right wing side of center. Farivari brought it into the Hawk zone at the left point and snaps the puck across into the right wing corner. Dowd chops it out to the right point to Carlson. He'll lift it down the glass in behind the net. Ethan Frank there to the corner where he's hit there by Oliver Moore. Puck comes free. Moore's got it. He dodges a hit, put it up the boards, and Connor Bedard's got it. 2-on-2 with Lardis to center ice. They crisscross over the Capital line. And Bedard at the right point, stopping there, will float it down behind the Capital net and up the near side. Frank handles the puck back to Carlson. The teams make line changes. Carlson rips a pass ahead for Beauvillier at the Hawk blue line on the right wing, and this deflects down behind the Hawk net. Alex Vlasic will spin it out up the left wing to Dickinson. He's over the Capital line and then lost the puck, but picked up along the right wing boards by Ryan Donato. Now we get a whistle stopping play, a hand pass called here, and we'll get a face-off back out to center ice. By the way, we should mention the Hawks are resplendent in their black uniforms. Those are stunningly cool.
They really are. Quite a contrast, too, against this Washington Capitals team, which is mostly white, a little bit of red in the arms and the hems. And this Washington Capitals team, boy, they had a great start this year, John, to the season. They started 17-9-2, but since early December, right around December 5th, just 5 wins and 11 losses since that time. So lately they've been trading wins with losses. And, of course, one of those losses came to the Blackhawks a little under a week ago in the shootout. 6 rounds of a shootout.
Bertuzzi takes a pass from Burakovsky over the Capital line down the left wing. Snaps the puck behind the net around to the right wing corner. Grisslick shot it down to the corner there, intended for Burakovsky, but he had it chopped off his stick. And that's sent down ice into the Hawk zone by Jacob Trickern. Now cleared to center ice quickly by Kevin Korchinski. In his Blackhawks debut this season, he shot it ahead, picked off by the Caps. Nat Roy passing it ahead to Connor McMichael. He's over the Hawk blue line, but we get a whistle as this play is offside. No score with 18-19 left in period number 1.
And I'm sure a key for Drew Commesso, and he has yet to face a shot yet from Washington. We're just shy of 2 minutes in, but you want to feel the puck early. You want to make sure it's an easy shot, maybe from range. You want to get a feel for that puck, and you also want to be able to play it too, because Drew Commesso, known for being pretty good with the puck outside of his crease, stopping pucks, and here he comes now to stop one, and very good at passing it to his defenseman.
He'll be able to tell his grandkids, yep, I stopped the dump in by Ovi. He moves it out to center ice now to Teravainen, ahead to Dickinson over the Capital line. But he lost the puck in the left wing corner. Rasmus Sandin there, driving it around up the left wing to a big Alexei Protas at center ice. to Dylan Strome. Put it in over the Hawk blue line. Breaking through. Declan Chisholm to the slot. Couldn't pull off a shot. Now it's taken away by the Hawks and cleared to center ice by Dickinson, but the whistle blows on an offside here against the Caps. Great move by Declan Chisholm to split that defense.
I think he surprised himself because he was in all alone on Drew Comesso and didn't get a shot. Not too sure why he didn't, because he ended up busting right through both defensemen, and he got kind of twisted sideways. I think when he bust through the defense, the two defensemen, he got twisted up a little bit, and a result couldn't get reach back for that puck. He would have had an excellent opportunity from about 10 feet out to put a shot on net. And we still don't have any shots in this contest, and a little over 2 minutes in.
Well, the face-off back at center ice, won by the Caps. Sandin firing it down the glass into the Hawk zone. Here's Colton Dock with it along the left wing boards. Angles the puck across the rink. A little bit too much air on that one. That nearly hit Spencer Carberry, the head coach of the Capitals, on the Washington bench. So we'll get a whistle stopping play, and they'll get a face-off back in the Hawk zone in a circle to Drew Comesso's left. Drew played his college hockey at Boston College for 3 seasons, just like goaltender Spencer Knight did.
Oh, that's true. Was he Boston College or Boston University?
BC.
Okay.
Eagles, yep.
There you go.
Jerry York used to coach that program for the longest time. Boy, you think about the guys he's turned out to the NHL. Along with, you got to give Jack Parker, Boston University coach, his due as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Jack Parker was a legend. Think of the guys that played for him. Mike Eruzione of the 1980 Olympic team that was the Miracle on Ice, along with Jack O'Callahan, former Blackhawk. They both played for Jack Parker,
Right.
imitating my father-in-law there. Here's Wyatt Kaiser to center ice up the left wing. Pokes the puck down the left wing side. Capitals zone. Landon Slaggert grabs it and fires. It looked like it hit the shoulder of Thompson and went wide. Loose puck into the near corner. And Hendricks LaPierre knocked down, but gets back to his feet with the puck. Spins it ahead. And Declan Chisholm to the puck at center. We'll dump it off the right wing boards and down. We're going to get icing here to the Capitals. Brett Leeson was on the chase for that puck down into the Hawk zone. And he couldn't beat Wyatt Kaiser to the dots. So now the faceoff comes down in the Capital zone in the circle to the right of Thompson.
John, you're not often wrong, but you are wrong this time. He did play at Boston University. Drew Comesso.
Oh.
In fact, you know what?
Steve, I stand corrected. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. And I'd want you to do the same to me, and you have, but you normally know these things, and I don't. I just had to look it up because I thought he was teammates with Ryan Green. And, in fact, he was with Ryan Green for 1 year during his time at BU. So he took him to a Frozen Four 1 year, too.
Okay.
Drew Comesso, of course, went high in the draft. He was a 46th overall pick in the 2020 draft by the Chicago Blackhawks.
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. There.
BCBU, you know. It's all good.
They're actually on the same street up in Boston, if you think. Here's Kevin Korchinski racing to a loose puck in the near corner Hawk end. He is hit by Brandon Duhaime, but spins the puck ahead. Now Matt Grisick will carry out the center. Move it ahead to Connor Bedard over the Capital line to the right wing corner. Tough angle shot. And that looked like it hit the shaft of the goal stick of Thompson. Capitals get the puck back. Dowd spins it ahead into the Hawk zone, but look at Connor Bedard, his 200-foot game, all the way back to get it. Passing up the left wing. Oliver Moore into the Capital zone where he runs into John Carlson, lost the puck. Dowd put it ahead now to Beauvillier over the Hawk line, twisting to the left wing corner, then loops in behind the net. The former Hawk to the near corner, battling with Artyom Levshunov. Levshunov reaching around him there, pokes the puck up the boards, but then Beauvillier took it back to Ethan Frank. You can hear the sticks chopping against one another and against the puck and the end board or the corner boards as well. Dowd flipped the puck back, right point. Carlson put it out to the left point, and a long shot from Farivari tipped home by Anthony Beauvillier. The Capitals take the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, the former New York Islander, boy, he was totally unchecked, just off to the left of Drew Comesso as you look at it, and Farivari with a real smart play. Carlson, D-to-D pass, and instead of getting that shot on net, he just spotted a wide open Beauvillier just off to the side of the net. And that's just a breakdown in coverage for the Blackhawks. Nick Lardis, he was the closest man, so I'm thinking Lardis kind of lost his check off the boards. And that's exactly what happened. Beauvillier did a real good job coming off the boards and getting to the net all alone. The redirection net was partly open for him, and an easy goal for the Washington Capitals to start this hockey game.
So it's Beauvillier from Farivari and Carlson. The goal at 4:03 of period number 1. 1-0 Caps. We rejoin the play back in the Hawk zone. in the far corner. Jacob Chikrin to the puck. Will spin it across the rink on the right wing side. Matt Roy there at the Capital blue line. With a pass ahead for Connor McMichael at center ice. He'll lift it down to the right wing corner. Hawk in. Artem Levshunov shot it around but not out. Here's a shot from Jacob Chikrin for the left point. That tumbles wide. Loose puck into the right wing corner. Matt Roy digging for it. The Hawks' Ryan Green took it away. Green's trying to stab it up the boards. Little scrum develops in the corner to Camesso's left. They continue to scrap at the puck. Pulled free by the Caps' Leonard. Now from a high slot, Chikrin fires, and that's blocked away to the near boards. Green dropping it off Kaiser. He'll sweep it up the left wing side. Tyler Bertuzzi, center ice in front of the penalty boxes. He'll loop back to the Hawk blue line, hand it off to Kaiser. Quick pass to Nato over the Capital line on the left wing. He was held up with a hook, no penalty called. He swings the puck around to the right point to Connor Murphy. He had a goal and an assist in the last game. A Hawks win. Murphy put it down behind the net, left wing corner Dickinson. He'll spin the puck back in behind the Caps net. Matt Roy took it there. Passing up the left wing, Alexei Protas at the Capital blue line. He'll shoot it rink wide for Dylan Strome into the Hawks zone to the right wing corner. He is checked, and then Vlasic took the puck away in the left wing corner and now sends it up the left wing side. Teravainen at center ice. Crossing the Capital line, gave it to Dickinson. Down the left wing, stopping along the half boards. Drops the puck back to the point for Vlasic. Ovechkin took it away for the Caps. Ovechkin to Strome at center ice. Back to Ovechkin over the Hawk line near the left point. Centering the puck, picked off by Teuvo Teravainen. He's back to center ice. He'll lift the puck down to the left wing corner in the Capital zone. And two of the three forwards on that Hawk line will get off in a change. Rasmus Sandin grabbing the puck for Washington. Skating to the Hawk blue line. He'll dump it into the Hawk zone, but Kevin Korchinski paws it down to the ice and then sticks it back down into the Capital end. Carlson now has the puck behind his net. 1-0 Caps with 13:40 left in period number one. Carlson makes a pass up the right wing side. Into the Hawk zone to LaPierre. He falls but moves it down behind the net. Around here's Carlson, top of the right circle, gunning a shot toward the net. That goes wide. LaPierre along the left wing boards. Leaves it for Brett Leeson. Leeson to the left wing corner. Put the puck back to the left point. Fairvary will fire it off the glass in behind the Hawk net. And slides up the near side on to Foligno's stick. They had batted away. And then Grzelcyk took the puck in behind the net. He'll hand it ahead to Colton Dock. Dock angles a pass ahead over the center ice circle to Nick Foligno at the end of his shift, and he'll backhand the puck off the right wing corner boards in the Capital zone, get off on a change.
You can see the Washington Capitals, they've had a couple of looks to get shots on net, and instead of taking shots from long range, they're actually shooting it wide, looking for redirections. They still only have one shot on net, and it's been a goal. But they're looking for those tips, the high tips and the tips off to the side of the net.
Now Beauvillier battling for the puck inside the Hawk zone along the left wing boards. And Ethan Frank tried to help out there. Connor Murphy's got him wrapped up. They kick at the puck. Frank escapes. Frank to the left circle. Had it swept off the stick by Bertuzzi, but right to Chikrin left point. To Roy at the right point. Fires one in front. This goes wide. Beauvillier along the left boards to Chikrin left wing corner. Sends the puck into the left wing circle. Picked off by Vlasic of the Hawks. Head to Murphy. And a pass up the left wing to Ryan Green. He'll stick the puck down to the left wing corner in the Capital zone, but Chikrin there to take it in front of Burakovsky. Put it around, not out. And Levshunov hammers one from the right point. That's into the glove of Thompson, and he'll hold on. 12:09 left in period number one here at the United Center. It's the Caps 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful Blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
It's Connor Bedard. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10. Now back to the game.
Thanks, Connor. And the latest episode of the Blackhawks Always an Original docuseries is here. This episode explores the banner years and the Chicago Blackhawks' modern dynasty through the lens of 7 plays to raise all 3 cups in 2010, 2013, and 2015. You can watch all episodes at youtube.com/Blackhawks, and some really good insight from former general manager Dale Talon during that docuseries that, John, we got to watch a couple of nights ago. Outstanding production, a lot of stuff that I didn't even know, and boy, we were really on the inside during those years, and it was a fun watch.
Sure was. They did a terrific job assembling that. Think of the time involved in assembling something that's such great viewing. I mean, words can't really describe, but you got to see it, folks. If you're a Hawks fan, it's a must-see, must-watch. Inside the Capital zone now behind the net, Nick Lardis leaving the puck there for Connor Bedard. He sends it around to the left point to Kaiser. Whips it to the right point. Levshunov did not hold the puck in the zone. It slipped over the blue line back to center ice, and Levshunov put it back into the Capital zone. That puts the Hawks offside. So 1-0 Caps, 11:51 left in period number 1.
And remember, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, and only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Time for the Four Seasons Face-Off. Your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. And it's just outside the Capital blue line at center ice. Dickinson wins the draw over to Teravainen. All he can do is poke check the puck down into the Capital zone. Declan Chisholm to the puck in the far corner. Spins it behind the net, off the boards to Sandin. He'll hand it off to Chisholm. Passing up the right wing at center ice, Justin Sordiff. Put it into the Hawk zone, just a few feet, picked off by Vlasic. He'll move it ahead. We're going to get a penalty now. Slashing will be the call. And I believe it's going to be Sordiff going off. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Washington, number 34, minor penalty for slashing.
Well, good news for the Blackhawks. They get the first power play of this evening. And, boy, the power play has been red hot. 7 goals in their last 14 opportunities. That's going over the last 5 games. That is outstanding numbers. And, of course, that was without Connor Bedard. Now, Connor Bedard back in the lineup, back on this power play. And let's see how they do here against the Washington penalty kill.
Penalty at 8:33 of period number 1. This is a Citco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. Capitals get control off the draw. Connor McMichael with the puck on the left wing side of the Capital zone. Will just make an easy spin off the boards and down. Levshunov grabs the puck behind the net, hands it back to Connor Bedard between the circles. Good to see him back on there. Bedard enters the Capital zone on the right wing. Sweeps the puck down behind the net. Left wing corner, Burakovsky took it away to Teravainen, and from the left circle he fires. Turned away by Thompson. Hawks keep it alive. At the right point, Bedard grabs the puck. Behind the back pass, Levshunov now at the right point. Down to Bedard, right circle. The high slot, Burakovsky. Leaving it there for Levshunov. To Bedard, top of the circle now to Bertuzzi. He sent it across the goal mouth, and that was intended for Burakovsky. It ended up being turned away. Then the puck shot over the glass and out of play. I'm not sure which one of the Caps did it.
Washington, number 42, minor penalty for delay game.
That's who did it. Martin Farivari.
Yeah, I think that puck was on edge when he tried to clear it. Boy, what an excellent opportunity, though. An outstanding pass by Tyler Bertuzzi, who has really amazed me with his prowess with threading the needle on passes. And he got to Burakovsky, who got the shot off, maybe even the one he didn't want, but an excellent save by Logan Thompson. And shortly thereafter, it was Farivari who shot the puck out. So a 5-on-3 opportunity for 1:15 for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Another Citco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. Hawks get control off the draw. It's Connor Bedard, top of the right circle. Put it bottom of the right circle. Teravainen sent it right through the crease for Bertuzzi. Knocked off his stick to the line, held in by the Hawks. Left shot off to Bedard, top of the left circle. Put it to the bottom of the circle. Now a shot from left shot off from the high slot. That's knocked away by Thompson. Puck cleared around but not out. Held in by Bedard. Crossing the high slot. Had it poke checked away by Dowd. And here come the Caps shorthanded, led by Dowd. He skates to center ice on the left wing, lifts it down ice into the glove of Comesso, who then drops it off to Burakovsky.
What a keep earlier, though. Sorry, John. A great keep in earlier by Connor Bedard. Unfortunately, they ended up losing the puck shortly thereafter.
30 seconds on the 5-against-3. Bedard from the high slot. Moves it over, left wing circle, Burakovsky. He and Bedard will switch places. Burakovsky, top of the right circle. To Bedard, top of the left. Put it now in the left circle. Bertuzzi to Bedard in the slot. Shoots! Blocker save made by Thompson. Levshunov got it back along the right boards. To the high slot to Bedard. 10 seconds on the 5-on-3. To the front of the net for Bertuzzi. He redirects it on goal, but Thompson kept it out of there with the stick. 2 seconds, one. It's now 5-against-4. Power play. Levshunov in the slot. To Bertuzzi beside the net. Whacks it toward the net. Loose puck in the crease. And a scramble. And finally sort of pulls it out of the pile and clears it all the way down. So close yet so far for the Hawks.
Really good job by Rasmus Sandin, who was basically on his hands and knees, and he punched that out with his glove. Smart thing he didn't put his glove on it, because that would be a penalty shot. But, boy, 4 or 5 really good looks by the Blackhawks on that 5-on-3.
Here's more into the Capital zone, left wing side. Drops it at the point, Grzelcyk to Nick Foligno along the right boards. Leaving it there for Nick Lardis to Grzelcyk. Now Lardis, right circle, shoots! And a shoulder save made. Loose puck in the near corner, grabbed by the Capitals. Dowd will drive it around the boards and down as the Caps are back to full strength.
Boy, Logan Thompson has been really good so far in this hockey game. Wasn't tested early, but that last power play, 4 or 5 excellent opportunities. That last one, the Nick Lardis blast, a snapshot high for the blocker.
Now Doc at center ice over the logo. Takes a pass and backhands it off the right corner towards Capital zone. Dixon put it out to the left point. Kaiser fires from there. That deflects wide. Murphy put it behind the net. Donato knocked down. Tried to get to the puck and lost his stick as well. Puck ends up along the near sideboards, and Dylan Strome's got it for the Capitals. He'll give it to Sandin on the center ice left wing side, who dumps the puck down behind the Hawk net. Murphy run into the boards by Beauvillier, but kept the puck away to Dickinson. To Kaiser, passing to the Capital blue line. Sandin stepped up but turned it over. Murphy over the Capital line. To Donato, left circle. Rifles a shot that goes wide. Green at the right point. Spins it to the left point. Vlasic down to Doc left corner. Back to Vlasic. He'll hold it for a moment. Vlasic now swept it toward the net. It was blocked by Sandin in the near circle. And Sandin will retreat behind the Capital net. Give it over to Chisholm, who clears to center ice. Here's Ryan Leonard into the Hawk zone. He turned the puck over. Nick Foligno's got it at the Hawk blue line. And from the left wing side of center ice, he'll flip it down in behind the Capital net. Logan Thompson out to play it off the near glass. Foligno stopped it. Loose puck battled for and then taken away in the near corner by Justin Sortif. He'll put it in behind the Capital net. Around the puck goes now to Chychrun. He can't clear, but then Chychrun got the puck back. The son of Jeff Chychrun, we saw him in the morning skate there. He still looks big and imposing. He moves the puck into the Hawk zone, and Leonard will fire from the high slot. That deflects over the net off the glass.
Yeah, Jeff looks like he could still play, doesn't he, John?
He does.
And earlier, Connor Murphy, remember he had a goal and assist last game. Great rush up ice. He gave it to Ryan Donato, headed to the net. Unfortunately, Donato couldn't get it back to him, and he was wide open.
Now Foligno runs over his man behind the net, but the Caps get the puck back and clear their end. Brandon Duhaime to center ice on the left wing. Dumps the puck slowly off the left corner boards. Hawk zone. Vlasic to get it. Put it around on the near side. Brett Leeson of the Capitals battling for the puck. It comes free to the point. John Carlson firing. Blocked in the slot there by Murphy. Clears to the line. Held in by Carlson to Duhaime, left wing circle. Put it high slot. Ferravari. He fires. That goes wide. Carlson now in behind the Hawk net. Carries around up the near side. Drops it at the line. It was intended for LaPierre, but the puck skitters to center ice. And Ferravari will flip it back down into the Hawk zone. Round to the near corner to Vlasic. Put it behind the net over to Murphy. Returns it to Vlasic. Passing ahead Ryan Green to Connor Bedard off the Hawk bench on the right wing of center ice. He deflects the puck down in behind the Capital net. But Chisholm will move it away to center ice. And here's Sandin into the Hawk zone. Along the right wing sideboards. Backhands it around behind the net to the left point to Chisholm. Sends it over to Sandin, put it over the left circle, down with a one-timer. Pad save made by Comesso. from the high slot. Chisholm fires, and that deflects in on goal, and Comesso's there with a glove to hold on. A whistle will stop play. 5:34 left in period number 1. It's the Caps 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's the Bob Surratt Morning Zoo. Not really, but I've always wanted to say that. WGN.
Comparing health insurance plans is never easy. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
We have a website to compare multiple plans and prices in one place, and people who can help you for free. Community-based navigators and brokers, certified by the state.
And we have live customer service.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
I'm Steve Malman from Malman Law. Nursing home or assisted living negligence doesn't always announce itself. It hides in broken bones, bed sores that shouldn't exist, a serious head injury, medication mix-ups, sometimes unexplained death. At Malman Law, we've spent over 30 years turning that heartbreak into justice because your loved one deserves better and you deserve answers. When care becomes cruelty, we fight back. Call us at 888-MALMAN-LAW or visit malmanlaw.com.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service means your car will be ready before you know it. You'll find yourself saying, already ready? With Jiffy Lube, you'll be in and out in a jiffy.
We'll kick off next week at the United Center when the Blackhawks take on Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers on Monday, January 12th. The Hawks look to avenge their overtime loss back in November. In what's sure to be another great matchup, you can secure your spot today at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Now into the Capital Zone. Dickinson takes a handoff from Teravainen down to the left wing corner. Turns and flips the puck back to the left point to Vlasic. He sticks it down behind the Capital net. Former Hawk Dylan Strome there will drive it around the boards down into the Hawk end, and Dickinson tracking back to get it. To Vlasic, to Murphy, Hawk line. To Donato, right wing center ice, front of the benches. Put it across the rink. Dickinson over the Capital line. Teravainen right circle now fires, and this deflects up into the protective netting and out of play. Chychrun at the last second got a stick in there.
Great defensive play by Jacob Chychrun, and we know him for his offense. And yeah, he's got a bunch of goals for the Washington Capitals this year. He's had 15 from the back end, which I think is, well, if not the lead among the leaders of defensemen in goal scoring. Currently second. Thanks, John.
Yep.
I'm thinking who? Cale Makar? Who's got number one?
Oh, I'd have to look again.
Okay.
I looked at that last night, and I know he was second. I just couldn't remember. Zach Werenski from Columbus. My apologies.
Yeah, Zach's having a fantastic season again in Columbus.
Tremendous defenseman. Now Capitals on the attack down the slot. Hawk zone. They score. This is Connor McMichael, who took the puck from inside the Capital zone, outraced all the Hawks, and he beats Comesso through the pads. The Capitals now lead 2-0.
Well, for Connor McMichael, such an outstanding season last year when he had 23 goals. This will only be his 6th goal this year, which is really surprising. And, boy, that was a goal scorer's goal. Off to the races, right off of the face-off, and he just basically split the defense. Ryan Leonard with a great feed. He'll get the primary assist, but he gets Comesso to open up the legs, slides it between, and on the breakaway, gives the Washington Capitals the 2-0 lead.
McMichael from Leonard, as Steve told you, the goal at 15:07 on period number 1. A lot of racetrack left in this one here. Now they scrum for the puck again inside the Hawk zone. Nick Foligno pulls it free, moves the puck over to Lefshinoff, center ice on the right wing, in front of the benches. He's hit as he dumps the puck down into the Capital zone. Martin Farivari will clear ahead to center ice to Nick Dow, who then tried to hand it ahead for a teammate. This deflects instead to the left wing corner, Hawk in. Nick Foligno to get it there, put the puck behind the net to Wyatt Kaiser. Hawks make a line change, as do the Caps. Kaiser back of the net. Oliver Moore skates by the puck, leaves it there, but Connor Bedard did not. He picks it up, moves it up the left wing to Lardis at center ice. Tried to hand it off to Bedard coming by, but that's broken up by the Caps. Puck taken back by Moore. Moore navigating into the Capital zone, 1 against all 5. Swings it away to the right wing boards. This is cleared by Sandin out to center ice, and the Hawks will regroup again. Kaiser bumps the pass up the left wing to Moore, center ice to Bedard over the Capital line, right circle, toe drag and a shot. Kicked out of there by Thompson. Bedard got the puck back in the right wing corner, swept it to the left point, was intended for Vlasic. He was a little late getting there. He had to recover that puck at center ice and then fire it back down the glass into the Capital zone. The Caps are in a line change. Declan Chisholm from behind the Washington net. Carries the puck to center ice. Gave it to Matt Roy. He'll stick it down the right side glass behind the Hawk net. Dickinson caught it in the far corner. Put it behind the Hawk net to Vlasic. Passing up the left wing to Teravainen. Over to Murphy, then to Dickinson. Over the Capital line down the right wing. Leading on Chychrun to the inboards. Leaves it for Teravainen. Sends it left point. Vlasic to Murphy, high slot. Backs up and fires a shot. That's hit traffic in front. Donato got it back to Murphy, top of the right circle. Hands it off to Donato to the slot. He'll fire! And this deflects into on goal. And Thompson is down to plop in the puck and hold it. And a whistle will stop play. 2:48 left in period number 1. 2-0 Caps. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from just $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from just $57 a month, plus 6 years interest-free financing. Four Seasons guarantees to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 30,000 five-star reviews, we are Chicago's trusted local experts.
For all the right reasons, call 866 Seasons.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Murphy. More Blackhawks coming your way.
And kick off the new year on a high note with the Blackhawks Beer Pack presented by Modelo. Grab your friends for a night out at a Blackhawks game this January, with beer packs being offered throughout the entire month. Each ticket comes with 2 draft beers and start at $58. You must be 21 with a valid ID to purchase alcohol, and remember, please drink responsibly.
Always drink responsibly. Face off in the Capital zone, circle to the right of Thompson. Going to be Dylan Strome facing off against Jason Dickinson. 2:48 left on the clock for the first period. Hawks in a 2-0 hole. And Ovi had nothing to do with either goal. And the draw won by Dickinson, but they blow it dead. They're going to make him do it again.
I mentioned Connor McMichael last year, 23 goals, which is a career year for him. And up until that last goal he just scored, he was on pace for 10 this year, which is less than half of what he had. Of course, they're expecting him to do bigger and better things. Maybe that vaults him on a different path this year.
Here's Chychrun back in the Capital zone. Floats a pass up the right wing to Strome, Hawk blue line. Whips it into the Hawk zone off the skate of Teravainen. Puck ricochets into the right wing corner where Alexei Protas grabs it there, and then he had it taken away by Dickinson. Dickinson out to center ice. The left shin off over the Capital line on the right wing. To Donato in the right wing corner. Navigates in front. Lost the puck. That was taken back by Chychrun, who batted off the inboards behind the Capital net to the near corner to Roy. Passes up the right wing to Protas, then to Strome over the Hawk line. Trying to hand it off on the right wing side to Ovechkin. This is picked off by the Hawks' Alex Vlasic. Head to Bertuzzi at center ice to the Capital blue line. He'll dump it into the right wing corner. It was intended for Burakovsky. But the Capitals' Fairvary got there first, and then Ryan Green steals it from everybody. Green in the right wing corner from his knees. Worked it free. Taken back, however, by the Caps. And Ovi between the circles, passing it ahead to Protas, who clears to center ice. Connor Murphy took the puck back. Head to Vlasic. He enters the Capital zone, but then turned the puck over to Dowd in the corner. Dowd tried to clear, held in by the Hawk. Green fires from the high slot, and a chest save made by Logan Thompson. He'll let that puck drop into his glove and hold on to it there. Face-off circle to his right, 2-0 Caps.
God, I've been impressed with Logan Thompson so far in this hockey game, and of course recently added to Team Canada for the upcoming Olympics in Italy in February. But boy, he's been very, he's a big goalie, we know that. And he catches with his right hand, which sometimes is off-putting for shooters, but they all know that. And I think he's just been really, really solid. You know, his numbers aren't sparkling. I mean, his wins, 15 wins versus 12 losses, 4 overtime losses, but his goals against average, outstanding at 2.40 and a save percentage of .915, which ain't bad.
Well, Moore wins this draw. Kaiser at the left point, put it high slot. Lardis, one-timer from there, and that's gobbled up with a glove save from Thompson. He's had an interesting path to get to the National Hockey League as well. And, you know, goaltenders, players come from all kind of different areas, let's just say. And I'll try and get into that a little bit if we can here, because I think the listeners might enjoy it. Face-off circle to the left of Thompson. Dowd facing off with Oliver Moore. And now Oliver Moore's been tossed off the dock. Nick Lardis is going to step in and try his luck against Nick Dowd. And the drop of the puck, Dowd wins it to the inboards. Fairvary sent the puck around up the near side. Ethan Frank. He'll poke it ahead to center ice. Kaiser took the puck away, Hawk blue line. Flips it back out to center ice, but Nick Dowd took it back. Sends it to Kloss on the left wing side. Hawk zone. Ethan Frank grabs the puck and fires. He scores. So Carlson got to that pass from Dowd along the left boards and shoves it toward the Hawk net. Frank was there to grab it and fire it home. It's 3-0 Caps.
Well, Ethan Frank's an exciting young player for these Washington Capitals. Got really good speed. And again, the Washington Capitals come up with a puck. They just throw it towards the net, and a little bit of soft coverage on Ethan Frank. You got to take a player's stick away, either take the body, take the stick, and the Blackhawks do neither on the play, and as a result, get a goal from about 15 feet out in front. It was a situation, I think, where Wyatt Kaiser didn't think that pass would connect with Ethan Frank. It was a nice saucer pass that he corralled and then reached back and got the shot off, and Drew Comesso couldn't come up with it, and all of a sudden, Washington leading 3-0.
Yeah. Well, the goal at 18:54 for Ethan Frank, number 7 on the season. We're under a minute to play here in the first. Murphy fed the right circle. Foligno, who carries behind the Capital net and then drives it around to Murphy at the left point. He'll flip it back in behind the net. Foligno and Declan Chisholm push and shove. Puck rolls around up the far side to McMichael, who clears to center ice. Blasting in front of the benches. Quick pass to Foligno, Capital blue line. He'll deflect it down to the right wing corner. Fairvary was able to eliminate Colton Dock, and the puck is spun down ice by Soros into the Hawk zone. Back to get it now, Kevin Korchinski. Quick pass across the rink there for Dickinson. Deflects into the Capital zone. Chikrin took it behind his net, nearly turned it over in front to Dickinson, but the Caps clear their end. Big Alexi Protas into the Hawk zone. Down the left wing side to the corner. Snaps the puck behind the net around up the near side. Donato's got it. Runs into a hit from Matt Roy, but moves the puck ahead. Teravainen, Hawk line. Head to Grzelcyk at center ice. There's the horn ending play. So period 1 in the books. The Hawks did outshoot the Capitals in the frame 10-6, but trail 3-0 after 1 period of play.
You know, it's funny. I talked in the pregame show to Charlie Remiliotis about the success the Blackhawks have had, especially over the last 4 or 5 games. And you know, one constant had been goals against, and they hadn't given up more than 3 goals in any of those wins. In fact, during the last 5 games, 3 is the most against in any one game. There's been a couple of 2s in that stretch too, but tonight, in the first 20 minutes of play, 3 goals against. I find it tough to fault Drew Comesso. You know, the first goal of the hockey game, you know, ends up kind of a bang-bang play and a redirection from the side of the net. There's no way he's going to be able to stop that. You know, the McMichael goal, that's a semi-breakaway. That's always a tough situation. And then that last goal, maybe an opportunity with Ethan Frank, but again, from 10 feet out, that's a high-danger scoring area, and they ended up scoring on it. So 3 goals on just 6 shots doesn't look great, but all of those shots were from high-danger points.
And it's the foot soldiers for the Capitals that are the ones that are making the difference here tonight. I'm looking at the ice times here, Steve. Alex Ovechkin, he had 7 shifts for a total of 4 minutes and 37 seconds, but seems like everybody else is on board. Everybody else is on board for getting more involved, I should say, giving Ovi kind of an easy night.
Well, it was interesting to see the game plan for Washington, and it looked like they weren't just going to be throwing pucks at Comesso. They know it's his first game this year, and he doesn't have a lot of NHL experience. So instead of easing him into the game, maybe giving him some quantity of shots, they were looking for quality. And I especially noticed they were looking for the redirections, the high tips, the tips off the side of the net. It's exactly how they scored their first goal. In fact, John Carlson now has 2 assists on the 3 goals. He's having himself a night so far. But they weren't going to waste shots on Comesso. They were going to make sure that any shot they took on him was quality, and that proved to be pretty right on.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens from here on out, but bit of a hole the Blackhawks are going to need to climb out of here. They trail 3-0 with 1 period in the books. They did outshoot the Caps, as I mentioned, 10-6, but long way to go. We'll see if they can get there. Right now, we're going to take a break. Charlie Romeliotis is going to be back with a full intermission report, and then second period action will follow along. 3-0 Washington after 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DT Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Giardiniera.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Romeliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books here at the United Center, and the Blackhawks trail the Washington Capitals 3-0 through 1 period of play. Shots on goal, though,
10-6 in favor of Chicago. So the Washington Capitals have capitalized on 3 of their 6 shots on goal. Hawks are 0 for their 10 shots on goal. So we'll see what the second period brings, but the Hawks have their work cut out for them. Hey, time now to check out the odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. And the cool thing about the folks over at Circa Sports is you can bet on some prop bets, like whether or not there's going to be a goal scored in the first 5 minutes of the hockey game, and it was at plus 240. You ended up cashing in on that because Anthony Beauvillier scored 4:03 into the first period to give the Washington Capitals the opening lead of the game. And then obviously Washington ends up scoring 2 more later on in the period. Circa Sports Illinois, every time the Blackhawks win this season, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get an $100 credit on the Circa app. See the Blackhawks contest page for details. A very light NHL schedule tonight because there are 14 games on tomorrow, which is a Saturday. Only 2 other games in the NHL today. The only other one going on right now is the Winnipeg Jets hosting the LA Kings. It's a 2-0 score in favor of Winnipeg through 1 period of play. Boy, oh boy, I don't know what's going on with the Winnipeg Jets. They are 0-7-4 in their last 11 games. 9 of those 11 losses are 1-goal losses. They held a 3-1 lead against Edmonton last night and ended up losing 4-3 in regulation. They're now dead last in the NHL with 35 points. Speaking of Winnipeg, Jonathan Taves and company are going to be here at the United Center 10 days from now on January 19th. So we'll see if they've turned things around since then. But the good news is Winnipeg is up 2-0 through 1 period of play against the LA Kings. And then the late game tonight, actually it's going to be squaring off in about 15 or so minutes. The Utah Mammoth are hosting the St. Louis Blues. Utah is 3-1-0 in its last 4 games. They continue a season-long 7-game homestand. This is the second game of that 7-game homestand. And the St. Louis Blues are looking to bounce back after that ugly 7-3 loss against Chicago here at the United Center on Wednesday night. Some injury news across the NHL. Philadelphia Flyers young star defenseman Jamie Drysdale was placed on injured reserve earlier today. He's already missed a game. He took a big hit from Anaheim Ducks enforcer Ross Johnston on Tuesday night. He's eligible to return on January 14th, so he's going to miss at least the next 2 games. Hopefully it's nothing serious for the Philadelphia young star. Jamie Drysdale is having a really nice year over in Philadelphia. Elsewhere in sports, let's get to the college football playoffs semifinal, the Peach Bowl, happening in Atlanta, Georgia. Number 1 ranked Indiana is currently leading number 5 ranked Oregon 21-7 in the second quarter. The winner faces Miami in the national championship. And then we got to get to some Bears-Packers news. It's squaring off tomorrow night at Soldier Field. The good news for the Bears on the injury front, wide receiver Rome Odunze is off the injury report and is expected to be back for tomorrow night's game after missing 5 games with an injury. So that is huge news for the Chicago Bears. And also defensive back Kyler Gordon is listed as questionable, but it appears he is tracking to play tomorrow. Gordon has played in only 3 games this year. So good news on both the offensive front and the defensive front for the Chicago Bears going into a nervy game tomorrow against their hated rival Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, the Blackhawks trail the Washington Capitals 3-0 through 1 period of play. We'll take a quick break and break down the first period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
Your heart. You'd never think to purposely stop it from pumping. I'm Tara. And when my team at Northwestern Medicine discovered a deadly malformation in my brain, my cardiologist and neurosurgeon said the only way to treat it was by stopping my heart. And that's exactly what they did. 12 times.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Tara's unique condition required a unique team Collaborating like never before, her team temporarily stopped Tara's blood flow, allowing the catheter to more easily travel through her veins to reach and obliterate the brain malformation.
Stopping my heart saved my life. You don't hear that every day.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
The action is heating up. The NFL playoff race is in full swing. College Bowl season is here, and there's never been a better moment to jump into the action with Circa Sports Illinois. Circa delivers high limits, low holds, and unmatched customer service built for people who want to win big. From NBA and NHL action to college bowls and the NFL playoff push, Circa Sports has you covered. Don't wait. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today at circasports.com.
The Lutheran Hour began in 1930. It's the world's longest running Christian outreach radio program. Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 right here on WGN.
First intermission here at the United Center. The Blackhawks and Capitals have played 20 minutes of hockey, and it's the Capitals leading Chicago 3-0. The Washington Capitals scored 4:03 into this hockey game to put themselves up, but the Blackhawks had a really significant opportunity on the power play later on in the period, about 4.5 minutes after the Anthony Beauvillier goal, and it got trimmed to a 5-on-3 power play for 1 minute and 15 seconds, and boy, oh boy, did the Blackhawks have their looks. I think they were credited with 5 shot attempts on that power play. It felt like more. Like the Hawks had some chances on it. Unfortunately, they were not able to capitalize on it. Tyler Bertuzzi maybe got the best chance after he I can't remember who had shot the original shot, but it went off the post, and then Bertuzzi tried to poke it in, and I believe there was a Washington Capitals defenseman that was kind of guarding the red line from it crossing into the net. And so that was the best opportunity that the Blackhawks had there. If they score on that power play, it would have made it a 1-1 game. But then Washington ends up killing that off, and then they score the next 2 goals in the period to make it 3-0. So that's an early turning point moment for Chicago, not being able to capitalize on that 75-second 5-on-3 power play. And so, man, if they get another one down the road in this game, hopefully they're able to capitalize. Connor Bedard, who is back in the lineup after missing 12 games with a shoulder injury, he was really zipping it on that power play specifically. Ends up being credited with 3 shots on goal in that first period, which led all skaters. So he had 3 of the 10 shots for Chicago. He's playing on a line with Oliver Moore and Nick Lardis. And I thought those 3, they had some chemistry early on. And I actually forgot about this, but Connor Bedard did play with Nick Lardis in his unofficial Blackhawks debut, which was in the Minnesota Rookie Showcase Tournament in 2023. That was the game where Bedard had a hat trick and then ended up not playing the next games. He was just there to play one game. And so Lardis and Bedard have played with each other before in kind of a little exhibition game in the Rookie Showcase. And then, of course, Bedard was drafted in the same draft class as Oliver Moore, so there's kind of that built-in off-ice friendship already. And so it's a young line, but I don't think the Hawks wanted to disrupt the chemistry of that first line with Bertuzzi, Green, and Burakovsky, because that is a line that has been really going for Chicago as of late. And then lastly, if you have joined us late, the Hawks are down several bodies in this game because of an illness is ripping through the Blackhawks locker room. Ilya Mikheyev, Louis Crevier, Spencer Knight, who is supposed to start this game, is not in net for Chicago. He's unavailable for the game, and same with Arvid Soderblom. So the Hawks are down their top 2 goaltenders. Drew Comesso is in net for the Blackhawks. Unfortunately, he gave up 3 goals in that first period. I think he'll settle down a little bit in the second period because it's probably been a whirlwind of a day. And Comesso has played with a lot of the guys in front of him with the Rockford Ice Hogs. And so, it's kind of a crazy day with Connor Bedard returning, but also the Hawks getting hit with the illness bug. All right, the Hawks are down 3-0 to the Washington Capitals. We got second period action coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 0.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end February 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
In 2026, make a resolution to better care for yourself and those you love. At Rogers & Hollins Family Jewelers, the Year of You sales event means great deals on jewelry and watches for milestone moments. Make this the year you choose what matters with Rogers & Hollins. Celebrate the Year of You in stores and online at fornowandforever.com. That's fornowandforever.com.
Rogers and Hollins, for now and forever.
There are plenty of reasons to watch what you eat. This is John Williams, and honestly, I'm not looking to lose weight, although that's a great goal too. I just want convenient, affordable, delicious food that manages my sodium and doesn't require a lot of prep. I dine alone sometimes, and Seattle Sutton is my companion. They've updated their website, so now I pick the menus I want. You can too. For lunch, how does broccoli cheddar soup sound? Chicken and dumplings? A garden tamale bowl? For dinner, raspberry salmon salad or sweet and sour chicken. Pick it up or have it delivered. It's no prep, prepared, fresh, healthy, yummy food, priced affordably and easy to click online. With meals starting at just under $8 a day, dinners cost $8 to just $17. Call 1-800-442-3438. 1-800-442-3438. It's okay to shop when you're hungry at SeattleSutton.com. That's what I'm clicking on because the food is good and it's good for me. 1-800-442-3438 or click on SeattleSutton.com.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Rebelliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center, the Blackhawks and Capitals are on the ice for the start of the second period. The last time the Blackhawks played a second period here in Chicago, it was Wednesday night. They had a 4-goal outburst in the middle frame. So hopefully the Blackhawks are able to put together something similar because they're going to need it down 3 early in this game. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. What is on deck is the Blackhawks playing tomorrow in Nashville, but also the Bears-Packers are going to be happening simultaneously. And we had a Green Bay sucks chant that happened within seconds of this game starting. Same what happened Wednesday night. How are you boys feeling about the Bears' chances tomorrow against Green Bay?
Steve, go ahead.
How would you like to weigh in?
I think, Caleb Williams has been under a microscope for a while. I think he's going to really come to the top. I think he's going to shine. He's going to throw for over 200 yards. He's going to run for over 50 yards.
All right.
And the Bears win.
Charlie, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so I don't have very much to add to that, except I hope that the Bears do win. Go Bears.
Kansas City's a rare
next year.
Playoff miss next year.
Yeah, next year. They didn't have a great season. They were due for that. We'll see what happens going forward. But I do want to see the Bears go far in their playoff pursuit. I'd love to see them play in the Super Bowl again. I think all Bears fans listening right now and around the world would like to see that as well. First things first, beat the Pack tomorrow. Underway here in the second period, Capitals controlling the Hawks zone. Martin Fehervary pounds one in from the blue line. Kicked out by Comesso. Fehervary got it back left point. Now the high slot. Here's a shot from Ovechkin that goes over the net. And I think Comesso, his heart might have skipped a beat there. Now Leonard lost the battle for the puck at the hot blue line. Moore pokes it to center ice. Caps get it back. And then Leonard lost another battle for the puck. This time Levshunov took it away inside the Capitals' own right point. Sent it around behind the net. Held in at the left point now by Teravainen. He'll spin it back in behind the Caps net. And Chychrun with kind of a clumsy handoff there. Got it ahead to Beauvillier to center ice on the left wing. He sent the puck a few feet into the Hawk zone with a backhanded stab. Kevin Korchinski knocks the puck out to center ice. Sortith, who had a hat trick the other night against Dallas, enters the Hawk zone along the right wing boards. Becomes entangled with Ryan Green and draws a penalty. So the Hawks will be killing off 2 minutes. And with 18:46 left in period number 2, here's why.
Chicago number 20, minor penalty for hooking.
Yeah, Ryan Green gets the hooking call, and Ryan Green, a very important penalty killer for Jeff Blashill, the Chicago Blackhawks. So his services will not be able to be used, and we will see the grade 8, Alex Ovechkin, who leads not only the NHL career goal-scoring leader. And Drew Comesso yet to face a shot from number 8 so far in this hockey game.
We could get into a long dissertation about the records held by the grade 8. If we get an opportunity, maybe we'll share some of those. Beside the Hawk net, Dylan Strome to the puck, put it away to Carlson along the right boards to the high slot. Now to Chychrun, fires a long shot from there. That deflects over the net. The grade 8, by the way, standing in the left wing circle. Now Dickinson poke checks the puck past Chychrun, shorthanded over the Hawk line, running out down the left wing side into the Capital line, and fires a backhander that goes wide.
Well, Dickinson was looking for a call on the play. He thought he was hooked right at the last second by Chychrun, who maybe stopped the goal.
Chychrun to Strome over the Hawk line in the right wing to Chychrun, right wing corner. Pokes the puck behind the net. Around it goes to Murphy in the near corner. Head to Dickinson. He'll clear to the Capital blue line. Carlson there to get the puck to Strome into the Hawk zone. Got by Vlasic to the net where he fires, and a chest save made by Comesso. He'll let the puck drop into his glove and hold it. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the circle to Comesso's left.
A couple of nice saves by Drew Comesso to start this second period. Of course, the 3 goals on 6 shots in period number 1. Couldn't really hang many of the goals on Drew Comesso, but has made a couple of nice stops here. That'll help get you in this hockey game. And still plenty of power play time for the Washington Capitals. Still 1:06 to go.
Draw one by the Caps. Sandin at the right point. Pressured. Lost the puck off a poke check from Kaiser down into the Capital zone, but Sandin now recovers between the circles. Ovechkin stays out there. He's on the left wing side of center ice, front of the penalty boxes. Caps come up ice. Frank hands it into the Hawk zone along the right wing side to Sortif. He had his pocket picked by Teuvo Teravainen, who then clears the puck off the left wing boards and down. And Ovi stays on.
Let's not forget the Chicago Blackhawks penalty killing has been outstanding of late. The special teams really all around, but 5 for 5 in that last game against the St. Louis Blues. That was a big part of the victory.
McMichael sticking the puck off the left side boards down behind the Hawk net into the right wing corner. It's shoved back in behind the net to the near corner by Frank. Ovechkin got it there, returns it to Frank. Moves it to the line, Sandin to Frank, top of the right circle. Down to McMichael beside the net. Levshunov there to defend him and bump him off the puck. Loose puck in the far corner. Dickinson got it. Head to Levshunov. Levshunov to center ice. Turns and flips it back into the Hawk zone unintentionally. And Justin Sortif to the puck. Moves it into the left wing corner. Hawks come to full strength as Green's out of the box. But then Sortif behind the net. Put a pass up the slot that hit a skate. And now in the near corner, Slaggert knocks it away. Here's Green carrying to center ice on the right wing side. Lifts it along the boards in the Capital zone. Beauvillier for the Caps took it back. Put it ahead into the Hawk zone to Duhaime. To Nick Dowd in the left wing corner. Hits the trailer off the far side is Beauvillier, who couldn't get a shot away. And the puck ends up out at center ice. Dowd will swing it back into the Capital zone to Matt Roy. Head to Nick Dowd. Left wing is center ice. He's over the Hawk line, turning top of the circle. Drops it off. And a shot from Roy is into the glove of Drew Comesso. He'll hold on. Nice. 16:03 left in the second.
Nice stop by Drew Comesso there from about 25 feet out. That's 3 for 3 now to start this second period. The Washington Capitals did not get a shot on that power play, so the penalty killers continue to do such a good job when shorthanded. Really aggressive. I like the play by Artie Levshunov defensively. Now, he did get an opportunity to put the puck down the ice, decided to try to throw it back to an open player, and nobody was there, so they weren't able to get the puck all the way down the ice. But just a great job defensively for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, they play at center ice, taken by Capitals' Alexei Protas. They'll snap it down behind the Hawk net. Connor Murphy got hold of it there. Murphy steps out between the circles, Hawk end, holding the puck. Bats it up the right side to Colton Dock, and he'll deflect it down behind the Capital net. Logan Thompson plays it in the near corner to Chisholm. Hit by Dock. Moves the puck along to Strome. He'll put it back in behind the net over to Sandin, who now drops it off. Strome will poke it to center ice. Murphy fires it back down into the Capital zone. Puck circles the net to the left wing corner. Alexei Protas there to Sandin back of the net. To Chisholm in the near corner. Passing up the left wing, Leonard at center ice. Rink wide pass for Protas into the Hawk zone. Bounces off of his stick, but he collects the puck and put it down to the corner. Hawks will take it back. Then give it back to Brandon Duhaime in the right wing circle. Cuts toward the net, couldn't get a clean shot away. Caps get the puck back, however. From the line, a long shot by Roy goes wide. Here's Donato to the puck along the left boards, Hawk in. Rink wide pass now for Bedard. Right wing at center ice, front of the penalty boxes. steps into the Capital zone at the point, spins it down the glass, and this one topples up into the protective netting and out of play. By the way, the Blackhawks did come back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
Yeah, and tonight's Coaches Challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions. I think it's important for the Blackhawks to realize they're not going to be able to score 3 goals in one shift. They just got to start to chip away slowly but surely. So an opportunity here with a draw in the offensive zone. You get one now. You get one maybe later in the second period, and you're certainly back in this hockey game.
This next faceoff is going to be in the circle to Logan Thompson's left. We mentioned Logan's history. Steve, he was part of the 2022-2023 Stanley Cup winning team by the Vegas Golden Knights, but suffered 2 different leg injuries, was having a tremendous year, and then he suffered the injuries in the back half of the season, couldn't play for the rest of the year. They went through 5 goaltenders in Vegas to win that cup.
Amazing.
And they got it done. And then Thompson kind of moved on with his career. Went to Brock University for a year as well. Brock University, as you know, St. Catharines, Ontario. Well, now he's playing in the NHL, doing just fine for the Washington Capitals. He will be part of Team Canada in the upcoming Olympics.
Not many Canadian university goaltenders in the NHL. And, of course, he did play in the Western Hockey League, but was undrafted, so decided to spend a year at Brock University, as you mentioned. And, boy, it's worked out really, really well for him. He's just a lot of faith in himself. You love seeing success stories like that, and he paid his dues.
Calgary, Alberta native. Here's Teravainen in the left wing circle. Washington zone, leaving the puck for Moore. A little behind the back pass from near the left wing corner. Picked off by the Caps' Roy, but he couldn't clear. Teravainen sticks it behind the net around to the right wing corner to Moore. To Lardis back in the net. To Teravainen left wing corner. Back to Lardis. Back to Teravainen along the left boards. Sends it out to Levshinoff right point. He'll move into the high slot and fire. Blocked in front. Lardis to the puck. Fires, and it goes just wide of the left post.
Penalty here.
And a penalty coming up here. It's going to be the Caps. Levshinoff shot the puck in front of the Hawks net. Bounces up the near side to Kaiser. He'll float a pass ahead for Lardis, but it's over his stick and down. And Martin Faravari will just let the puck die in the Capital zone in the corner to Thompson's left. Hawk power play when we return. 13:09 left in period number 2. Caps leading 3-0. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Finding health insurance can be so confusing. People need help. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
And we're here to help. With thousands of brokers certified by the state and hundreds of trained insurance guides, what we call navigators, available in communities across Illinois.
All free.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Despite knowing for decades about the hazardous effects of asbestos, large corporations continued to expose workers and their families to asbestos, which had a detrimental effect on workers and their loved ones. For over 2 decades, Vogelzang Law has been actively representing those suffering from mesothelioma and lung cancer as a result of asbestos exposure. Their attorneys will meet you in your home to discuss your asbestos exposure and your potential case. Vogelzang Law, driven to make a difference. Call 312-466-1669 or visit vogelzanglaw.com.
Listen to Bob Surratt, weekdays, 6 a.m. on WGN Radio.
Well, join us at the United Center on Saturday, January 17th, as we conclude the banner years chapter of our centennial season with our celebration night. We'll be welcoming back a celebrated group of alumni from our last dynasty as the Boston Bruins come to town. And that's not all. The first 8,000 fans will also receive an exclusive Duncan Keith bobblehead presented by United. Tickets are available now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
It should be a fun night. They're honoring members of our military here right now. It's always great to see. And again, we thank all of the men and women who serve in our armed forces for their dedication and courage, keeping our country free so that we can enjoy hockey games. Hawks on their third Citco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. Hawks control inside the Capital zone. Bedard in the right wing circle. Took the puck away to the right wing board. Sends it over top of the left circle. Burakovsky, the former Capital. To Teravainen along the left boards. To Burakovsky to Bedard. Right circle. Snaps it in on goal. Turned out of there by Thompson, and then the puck cleared down ice by Martin Fairvard.
What an unbelievable pass by Andrei Burakovsky. Literally from below the goal line, across and through the box. A saucer pass to Connor Bedard, who's looking for the tip in front, looking for Tyler Bertuzzi for the redirection in front of the net.
Bertuzzi leaves the puck to Levshinoff along the left wing boards. Down to the corner, Burakovsky to Bertuzzi right corner, to Bedard right point, to Levshinoff deep slot. Now to Bedard, moving down the right wing and in behind the Capital net with the puck. Around he goes to the left circle, sets up Levshinoff, top of the right circle. He'll whip it over to the left wing boards. Burakovsky there with 1 minute on the power play. To Bedard, top of the right circle, let it go! Redirected it on goal by Bertuzzi, kicked out by Thompson. Burakovsky sets up Levshinoff, now Bedard, top of the right circle, and Teravainen right wing corner. He tried to chip it around, it ends up on Bertuzzi's stick in the corner to Teravainen. And he'll flip it across the rink, left circle, Burakovsky. Burakovsky now top of that circle. Then to the left wing corner. Looking for an alley. Put it into the top of the left circle. Levshinoff fires, hit the side of the net. Burakovsky got it back to Teravainen, left circle. Back to Burakovsky, left wing half boards now. Bedard moves through the high slot, claims the puck, moves over to the left wing circle. Then left half boards. Then top of the circle, gave it to Burakovsky straight away with a drive, and a glove save is made by Thompson, and he'll hold the puck.
Well, that was a relatively easy stop from about 55 feet out, but 30 seconds prior to that, boy, what a stop by Logan Thompson. The redirection from Tyler Bertuzzi right on the doorstep. I don't know how he didn't score. It was a bang-bang play, a redirection, maybe right into the pad of Logan Thompson, but boy, he showed really good positioning, really good reflexes there, kicking out that right leg. And what could have been a sure goal was an unbelievable stop by Thompson.
I would have to think that a guy like Thompson watches a lot of video on the opposition. He probably knows what Bertuzzi's tendencies are. But, boy, you're right, Steve. I mean, he came within an eyelash there.
Yeah. There was a little bit more room to the left of the pad, but bang-bang play. You're just trying to get your stick on that hot pass from Connor Bedard. And it goes right into the pad of Thompson.
Face-off circle to Thompson's left. 13 seconds on the power play. Hawks control. Grizzlick now in the deep slot. Moves it over right wing boards. Lardis back to Grizzlick. To the left circle. Moore fires a shot. He scored! The Hawks are on the board. Oliver Moore with a snapshot over the shoulder of Thompson. Beat him on the glove side. And with a power play goal, the Hawks trail the Capitals 3-1.
Yeah, with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito, Yankee Tequila. And just like last game, the second unit comes on the ice and scores a power play goal. They had 2 power play goals in that last game against the St. Louis Blues. And what a shot. What an unbelievable shot by Oliver Moore. A high riser. Looks like it goes over the blocker of Logan Thompson. But I really like the setup of the Blackhawks, just passing it around the perimeter, waiting for somebody to open up. That man was Oliver Moore, and boy, he wasted no time whatsoever. A high riser over the blocker. Not a lot of room upstairs, but he gets the Blackhawks on the board, and he gets the crowd into this hockey game.
So we've broken out the Bandito at least once. Let's see if we can get a couple more of those. Murphy inside the Capital zone, right point, snaps a long shot on goal, and it's gloved out of the air by Thompson, who holds on to the puck. Get a whistle and a face-off in the circle to Thompson's left.
He scored a power play goal. His first power play goal last game did Oliver Moore. He gets his second power play goal the next game against the Washington Capitals. So as assistant coach Mike Belushi talked to us this morning about, well, watch this.
Right. Now Donato from near the right wing corner sent the puck in front, turned out of there. Bertuzzi was wide open. The puck missed his stick. Loose puck along the far boards, taken out by Dylan Strome to center ice. Crossing the Hawk blue line, drops it in the high slot to Frank. To Chisholm in the left wing corner. He fanned on a shot. Puck rolled off his stick. And now Bertuzzi swats the puck to the point. Fairvary there will stick it down behind the Hawk net. There's Ovechkin to get to the puck. Lost it in his skates in the left wing corner. Strome came and pulled it away and spins the puck behind the Capital net. Around to the right wing boards it goes. Charivari and the Hawks Ryan Donato battle, and Strome pokes it out to the right point, and Ovechkin pounds one in on goal, and a nice stick save made by Comesso. Murphy the near corner to Dickinson. Passes it ahead. Now Donato will give it a poke to center ice, and the Capitals get the puck back.
Well, Drew Comesso can officially say he stopped an Alex Ovechkin blast, and that was a blast from about 50 feet out. Nice stop off of number 8.
About 60 years from now, he'll be with his grandkids. Well, back in the day, there was this guy named Alexei Ovechkin.
And I think that record is still going to stand.
Yeah, somehow I think you're right. Inside the Hawk zone, Murphy pulls a Capital stick off the puck. Gave it ahead to Foligno, Hawk line. To Colton Dock over the Capital line, left circle. Put it in front for Slaggert. It's off the backhand portion of his blade and away. Puck poked to the line. Levshinoff will fire from the right point. And Thompson gloves it beside the Capital crease and holds on. And a whistle stops play. We have 9:28 left in the second here. Capitals 3, the Hawks 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Hawks fans, it's Jeremy Roenick, and you're listening to Blackhawks hockey, the only place you can. WGN Radio.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
At Motorworks in Barrington, 6 iconic brands come together to meet all your automotive needs. From BMW and Mercedes-Benz to Cadillac, Porsche, Honda, and Infiniti, their showroom offers an unmatched selection. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned, or simply need trusted care for your current vehicle, Motorworks has you covered. Visit today and see why Chicagoland drivers have trusted Motorworks in Barrington for decades. A proud member of the Mergado Automotive Group.
Motorworks.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Who's Cold is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And who's hot? How about the Chicago Blackhawks power play? They are now 8 for their last 17, and a lot of that has been without Connor Bedard, an outstanding power play over the last couple of weeks. And who's not? Well, Charlie Remiliotis reminded us, the Winnipeg Jets, who I think are still leading tonight, but they have lost 11 consecutive games, 4 of those in overtime. But I believe they're up on the LA Kings tonight.
Here's Burakovsky intercepting an outlet pass at center ice, enters the Capital zone on the right wing side, turns and flips it across the rink to Bedard along the left wing boards. He put the puck in behind the net. Then Bedard and Carlson now battle back there behind the net. Carlson now takes the puck away in the far corner. Head to Beauvillier, then to Frank. He'll chip it into the Hawk zone. Far circle, it goes to Levshinoff, who made a backhanded outlet pass. It was picked off by the Caps. Chisholm will fire it from the blue line down behind the net. Kaiser had the puck for a moment, lost it. Nick Dow to the Caps. Spins it around to the left point. Held in by Chisholm. To Beauvillier. He'll spin it behind the net. Right wing corner, Sandin. Flips the puck in front. Chisholm sends it over. Right circle down. High slot now to Ovechkin. Over to Chisholm. He'll fire from the left point. And the glove save made by Drew Comesso. He'll hold the puck long enough for a whistle and a face-off in the circle. Who was right.
One thing I really noticed over the last, this winning streak, basically the Blackhawks 5-1-1 over the last 2-3 weeks, and they've spent very little time in their own zone, doing a real good job breaking pucks out. Now, tonight's been a little different, and if you're joining us late, keep in mind the Blackhawks are without some, key players. They're both starting netminders, but also on defense, Louis Crevier, who I think has really been an underrated player for the Blackhawks this year, John, and all of a sudden the defensive pairings, watch this, shot by Ovechkin. Defensive pairings have been mixed up a little bit, and that sometimes kind of hurts your chemistry.
I 1,000% agree with you on Louis Crevier. What a surprise he's been. And the best is yet to come from that young man.
Absolutely.
Hawks attack. Here's Vlasic into the Capital zone along the right wing boards. Escapes the clutches of Ovechkin, but then lost the puck off a poke check. And then Ovechkin runs over Connor Murphy over the center ice circle. Murph back up on his feet, bouncing back like a rubber ball, but he'll feel that hit for a while.
255 pounds worth of Russian there.
He's all of that. Yeah. Here's Ovechkin into the Hawk zone, right circle, snaps a shot. Turned out of there by Comesso. And the puck rims around the dasher and back down ice into the Capital zone. In behind the net, Chychrun's got the puck. Hawks go for a line change. There's Jacob Chychrun stepping out between the circles in the Capital zone. Leads it out to center ice. Hands the puck off to Roy. He'll stick it down the right side glass into the Hawk zone. Round it goes. Leonard in the left circle. Angles it to the net. Comesso stops it. The rebound. They score. Justin Sordiff. That's his 4th goal in the past 2 games. There was a loose puck in the crease. And it looked like Comesso was trying to push it out of there. But Sordiff was there at the last second to stab it into the back of the Hawk net with a backhander. 4-1 Washington.
Yeah, he's been red hot lately. 5 goals, now 6 goals in his last 6 games for Sordiff. And here's a guy who only had 3 goals in his first 38 games. It's funny, McMichael's stick was there also. Both guys jabbing at it. I'm pretty sure they'll give it to Sordiff, though.
Yeah.
And Justin Sordiff, boy, he's been really paying off. It was a trade from the Florida Panthers. I think they only had to give up a second rounder to get him. And I noticed him in Washington. Really good speed. He played his junior hockey in Vancouver with the Vancouver Giants, so in the Western Hockey League, and wasn't really getting much of an opportunity with the Florida Panthers. But, boy, he's getting a look here, and he's really paying dividends for the Washington Capitals.
So 4-1 Caps, we may get a dust-up. Oh, now right at the Capital blue line, the boys all get together. And one of the Hawks was hit fairly hard there right at the line. And a couple of the Hawks have taken exception to that hit. I believe Oliver Moore was the one that got hit. Yes, he was. And he was hit by Justin Sordiff for the Caps.
Yeah, the goal scorer. Not overly big, 6 feet, but well put together. And that was a huge hit. And right away, Nick Lardis jumped to his aid. And Lardis came in, and then a host of others. So we'll have to wait for them to sort this one out.
Chicago 76, 2 minutes for a rough.
You know what, John? I like this call because I thought it was a good hit. And I understand the Blackhawks want to respond. And Nick Lardis wanted to respond because he was closest. But, you know, within the rules of hockey, that's a good hit. You don't stop a hockey game because the guy laid out a good hit. And that's what happened. And, you know, this is one you got to kill for your teammate. Obviously, the Chicago Blackhawks have to kill this penalty with Nick Lardis off. But, you know, Nick Foligno trying to get an explanation from the referee, but I think good hit. And the fact that Lardis responds, that's roughing. You can't have that every time there's a good hit on the ice, and that's exactly what happened.
You think about back in the day, guys wouldn't even bat an eye at a hit like that. They'd tell you when you got to the bench, keep your head up, right? I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I understand what Nick Lardis is doing. Yeah. And there's a couple things, too. You know, they just got scored on, the Blackhawks, so you're trying to get the fans back into it. You're trying to energize the bench a little bit. And, you know, so he was there and he did what he had to do. And now the Blackhawks penalty killers have to do what they need to do, and that's kill this penalty.
Ovechkin's on there. He's got 17 career goals against the Blackhawks, 5 of those on the power play. Face-off circle to Comesso's left. Off the draw. Carlson backing up into the high slot, fires one off the glass behind the net. Caps get the puck back. Ovechkin with the top of the left circle. Send it across. A nice play by Alex Vlasic to lay the stick blade in the passing lane and check the puck back to center ice. Back in the Capital zone. Ryan Leonard leaves the puck for Dylan Strome. He'll carry it out to center ice. Weaving into the Hawk zone, had it poke checked away, and then Dickinson to the puck will send it out to center ice. Carlson took it back, Capital line. Head to Chychrun over the Hawk line right wing. Cuts back through the high slot. He fires. Connor Murphy hit one knee to block that. Loose puck into the near corner. Pried away by Slaggert, but now Leonard's got the puck left circle. To Carlson right point. He drives a one-timer pass into the near circle, and that deflects over to Murphy, and he'll clear it up the right wing side and down.
He was looking for a one-timer, I think that a redirection from Jacob Chychrun, the other defenseman on that power play. Not very often you see that. One defenseman trying to set up the other in front of the net.
Ethan Frank to center ice, gave the puck to Dylan Strome, and he'll flip it through the air into the glove of Drew Comesso in the Hawk crease. He'll hold on to it there. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the circle to his right. The Caps have 53 seconds of power play time remaining.
Well, we talked about Drew Comesso a lot, and I'm sure he got the call later today because he wasn't at the morning skate. So he would have had to make the 1.5, 2-hour drive from Rockford, the Norwalk, Massachusetts native, who, when he was at BU, played not only with Ryan Green, with Alex Vlasic also.
Yeah. That's some good intel. Now Frank at the top of the right circle, Hawk zone. Moving down toward the bottom of the circle, jams the puck in front. And this is off of a stick, taken away by Kaiser. He clears it off the boards down to the Capital blue line. And Rasmus Sandin there for the Caps. He'll advance the puck to center and then drop it off to Connor McMichael. He's into the Hawk zone on the left wing and sweeps it down behind the net. Around it goes to Frank, right corner, to Sordiff along the right boards. Now here's Ovechkin from the top of the left circle, pounding a shot. Turned out of there with a blocker save by Comesso. And then Leshinov clears the puck to center ice. Rasmus Sandin back the other way. Dumping the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Kaiser beat him to it. Worked over to Leshinov behind the net, then head to Teravainen, and he'll clear off the left wing boards and down as the Hawks come back to full strength. Sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine. Matt Grizzly to a loose puck behind the Hawk net. Steps out the left wing side, then misses on a pass up ice. This goes all the way down for icing against the Hawks. We're down to 4:51 left in period number 2. Hawks trailing 4-1.
Good to see Artie Levshinoff out there again killing penalties. We saw him killing a penalty in that last game when Connor Murphy was in the penalty box. And big number 55, the fantastic rookie for the Blackhawks. We know he's on the power play a lot. He normally leads defensemen in time on ice, but I talked to him this morning about his penalty killing prowess, and he said, well, I don't get a lot of opportunities, but I'm thankful when I get out there. And doing another good job out there while shorthanded.
Now Chikrin could not hold the puck in at the left point. He has to retreat to center ice. He spins it over to Roy. He'll stick it down behind the Hawk net. Comesso then plays it up the left wing side. Bertuzzi goes rink wide with a pass. Grizzlick. Then a pass up the right wing to Burakovsky at center ice. He has to retreat with the puck into the Hawk zone. Grizzlick to Korchinski. Back to Grizzlick at center ice. Sticking it down the left wing glass behind the Capital net into the near corner. Chikrin got it there to Roy back in the net. He'll hand it ahead to Dowd at center ice. He turned the puck over at the Hawk blue line. Kaiser, a nice play to keep it away and get it to Bertuzzi. Back through center over the Capital line, left wing side. Tried to airmail a pass across the rink. Picked off by Nick Dowd of the Caps, and he'll spin it down ice into the Hawk zone.
Pretty good eye-hand coordination by Nick Dowd, picking that pass off cross ice from Bertuzzi. And while skating backwards at full speed, pretty good job breaking up that play.
Nick Foligno in the left wing corner, Capital zone. Trying to shed the check of one of the Caps. And then the puck taken away by the Caps. Declan Chisholm to center ice to Protas over the Hawk line down the left wing. He shoots, and a glove save is made by Drew Comesso. He'll hold on in the Hawk crease. 3:34 left in the second. 4-1 Washington. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Muzo, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. When emergencies happen, who do you call? Broken pipe, power outage, furnace failure, no hot water? The answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. That's why over 30,000 customers have given us a 5-star Google review.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
What matters most when choosing a financial partner? Great rates? Confidence your financial data secure? Being treated like more than just an account number. Consumers Credit Union delivers all that and then some. As a not-for-profit credit union, their focus is on you, not profits through fees or less personal service. They're in your corner, helping you reach your goals every step of the way. Join today and become a part owner. Your success is their success. Learn more at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's Tom Skilling. Back to Blackhawks hockey right here on WGN Radio. Here are the boys.
Well, the speed of the game is sponsored by Chicagoland Jiffy Lube. Visit your local Jiffy Lube today for a quick quality oil change that gets you in and out in a jiffy. And we're going to center around Alex Ovechkin, who, believe it or not, has played 1,536 career hockey games.
Yeah.
He has 915 goals, John. That is the most in NHL history. He overtook Wayne Gretzky last year and shows no signs of slowing down. 18 goals on the year. If he gets 2 more, it'll be his 21st season of getting 20 goals or more.
That's just crazy. And if he gets 1 more power play point, he passes Phil Housley for 9th all-time. Housley was a pretty good defenseman in his day, eh, Steve?
Absolutely. Great American-born player, too.
But Ovechkin also leads in road goals all-time in the NHL. He leads in empty net goals. He doesn't lead in the shorthanded goal department. That's Wayne Gretzky's territory exclusively. But anyway, we could go on ad nauseum about Ovechkin and his achievements. Suffice it to say, it's been a remarkable career, and that's kind of a huge understatement.
Yeah, and it was honestly a record I never thought would get broken. When Wayne Gretzky, finished his career and was at 894 goals, I just thought it was unimaginable that anyone could come close to that. And not only has he broken it, he has shattered it, 915, and he shows no signs of slowing down.
Well, the Hawks get the puck back. You hear a chant from the crowd here, and this is not about this game. This is about tomorrow's game between the Bears and the Packers. Gotta love it. Great sports fans in this wonderful town. Here's Sordiff into the Hawk zone. High slot. Drops it off in the right circle for McMichael. He took the puck into the corner and then wings it behind the Hawk net into the near corner. Bertuzzi slapped it away from Carlson. And then Leonard at the left point misplayed the puck back over the blue line to center ice. Caps get it back. Ryan Leonard will fire it down the left side boards in behind the Hawk net. Comesso will have to play it to the far corner to Wyatt Kaiser. Kaiser moving out to the Hawk blue line. Hands the puck to Levshunov. He weaves over the Capital line down the right wing to the corner. Then snaps it around the glass. There was nobody at the left point. Kaiser had gone to the bench. Korchinski comes on, and he has to take the puck and backskate down between the circles. Hawk zone with it. Then fires to the Capital blue line. This is off of the stick of Donato. Capitals get the puck back. In between the circles, Martin Fairbury. The pass ahead up the right wing to Ethan Frank. Into the Hawk zone to the right wing corner. Squeezed off the puck by Grzelcyk with a check. Bedard takes the puck, moves it on the right wing to Korchinski at center ice. Korchinski now will backhand the puck down behind the Capital net. Thompson didn't see Bedard coming. Bedard was maybe a stride behind. Had he gotten there in time, he would have stripped it away. But the Caps retained possession. Roy with a pass up the right wing to Beauvillier. He clears to center ice. Hawks get the puck back. Grzelcyk firing it down the high glass in behind the Capital net. And now Chychrun to the puck behind the net. Sent it around at the left wing to Frank. Capital blue line to Nick Dowd at center ice. Put it in over the Hawk line to Beauvillier along the left wing boards. The former Hawk snaps it in on goal, and a glove save made by Drew Comesso. We're down to 47 seconds left in period number 2. 4-1 Capitals.
Yeah, Comesso wasn't going to take any chances with that. He saw off to his left a streaking Washington Capital forward. That was Dowd heading hard to the net. So I think that pass was probably intended to bank in off of Dowd, that shot by Beauvillier, and it was going well wide, but it would have hit Dowd, and smart play by Drew Comesso, who is wearing number 33 for the Chicago Blackhawks. Dirk Graham's old number.
I was just going to say, read my mind. Captain Dirk. Now the Hawks get control off the draw. And Colton Dock to center ice in front of the benches. Left wing side. Jumps the puck to the inboards. Chychrun dodges a hit there from Dock, but clears it ahead. Now it's center ice. The puck taken back by Vlasic. Carries back into the Capital zone on the left wing side. And Chychrun reaching with a poke check knocks it up and over the glass and out of play. Now to 24 seconds left in the period. Face-off circle to Thompson's right. And it's going to be the Four Seasons face-off. Your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators.
You know who else wore number 33, John? Big Dustin Bufflin.
Yeah, I remember that one too. I was just thinking when you said 33, I immediately thought of Dirk Graham.
And only because I played with Dirk, but then Dust, big buff. You'll never forget.
One of my favorite Hawk moments of all time, Steve, was Dirk Graham's hat trick against the Pittsburgh Penguins in Game 4 at the stadium. You know, it was in a losing cause, but there were moments where that stadium could just absolutely howl, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah, one of the best captains I ever played with and under. Just we get to see him a lot, too. He's still a scout with the San Jose Sharks.
Speaking of captains, as the period ends, Nick Foligno to a puck to the right of the Hawk net just kicks it against the dasher in disgust. 4-1, the Hawks trail the Capitals after 2 periods of play. The shots are even at 16 apiece as the teams exit the ice surface and head to their respective dressing rooms. By the way, a little scheduling affectation I should mention.
Yeah.
The Hawks get on the plane tonight and head to Nashville and play Nashville tomorrow night. The Capitals get on the plane tonight, and they also head to Nashville because they play against Nashville on the 11th, the day after the Blackhawks do. So back-to-back home games for the Nashville Predators. Kind of strange.
I hope they let us off the tarmac first. And we are staying at the same hotel, the Washington Capitals and their dads and their mentors, because it's the dad trip for Washington. They're staying at the same hotel that we are in Nashville.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really pretty cool. All right, well, 2 periods in the books, 4-1 in favor of the Capitals. Charlie's going to be along here just a moment with a full intermission report. And then third period action will follow along. Not impossible for the Blackhawks to win this game, but they're going to need to get to work quickly in period number 3 if they want to have any chance. 4-1 after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Bob Surratt. If you follow hockey, you know how important protection is. Protecting the net, the lead, the win. Planning for retirement isn't much different. It's not one decision, it's many. Each one shapes the life you want. How to create reliable income, how much risk to take, when to step away from work, and how to safeguard what you've built. Handling all of that alone can feel like a full-time job. That's why I chose Trajan Wealth. Their fiduciary advisors work with you one-on-one to make the complex feel clear and build a plan that keeps your money working for what's ahead. Your strategy starts with a simple conversation. For a retirement plan you can trust, let Trajan Wealth guide you. Schedule your complimentary review at TrajanWealth.com or visit their offices in Naperville, Park Ridge, or Orland Park. Trajan Wealth, helping protect what you've built for what comes next.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste. Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free. No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market. Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first. Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com and score your easy offer today.
Start your new year off with a bang. January is chock full of electric Big Ten basketball in Chicago as Northwestern tips off the conference schedule against opponents like Illinois, Nebraska, and Penn State. Don't let the cold stop you from enjoying life in the city. Visit NUSports.com to secure your seat in one of the most entertaining atmospheres in all of Chicago sports. Big games, big energy, Big Ten basketball. It's all happening in Welsh Ryan Arena. Visit NUSports.com to get your tickets today.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
40 minutes is in the books here at the United Center. The Blackhawks still find themselves down by 3 goals, although they did get one in that second period. Oliver Moore on the power play, but Washington ends up getting the 4th one. Justin Sordiff, his 9th goal of the season. So the Hawks are down 3 going into the third period. Shots on goal were 10-6 in favor of Chicago in that second period. They were 10-6. It was 10-6 in favor of Washington in that period. 10-6 shots on goal in the first period in favor of Chicago. So it kind of flip-flopped from the first and the second period. Let's get to tonight's Salute to a Veteran, sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. That's JeffBuysYourHouse.com. The 2 military members that were honored here tonight at the United Center were U.S. Army veteran Stanley Sliva and U.S. Marine Corps veteran Mitchell Adams. So thank you both, Stanley and Mitchell, for your service. We had 2 other games on the NHL schedule, and both of them are currently going on. We start in Winnipeg, where the Jets hold a 5-1 lead on the LA Kings in the second intermission. Jonathan Taves has found the back of the net for the Winnipeg Jets, former Blackhawks captain, ending a 26-game goal drought. It's his first goal since November 11th, so almost 2 months ago. Mark Scheifele also has a couple of goals for the Winnipeg Jets, who are 0-7-4 in their last 11 games. 9 of those 11 losses are 1-goal losses, 4 of them in overtime. They're coming off a heartbreaker of a loss last night where they held a 3-1 lead on the Edmonton Oilers and lost 4-3 in regulation to move to dead last in the NHL with 35 points. So nice to see the Winnipeg Jets might finally snap an 11-game winless skid. They are going to be in town on January 19th, which is 10 days from now, where the Blackhawks fans will be able to see number 19 in a Winnipeg Jets sweater. And then the Utah Mammoth are currently leading the St. Louis Blues 1-0, though the Blues did outshoot the Mammoth 13-6 in the first period. That game was in the first intermission. Nick Schmaltz, former Blackhawks winger, with his 15th goal of the season. He was set up by Clayton Keller. Keller, by the way, his 26th assist of the year. The Blues, of course, coming off that ugly 7-3 loss to the Blackhawks on Wednesday night here at the United Center. And the Mammoth looking to improve, trying to get their 4th win in 5 games, also doing so in a season-long 7-game homestand. This is game 2 of that 7-game stretch. Some injury news around the NHL. Philadelphia Flyers young star defenseman Jamie Drysdale was placed on injured reserve earlier today. He's already missed a game. He took a big hit from Anaheim Ducks enforcer Ross Johnston on Tuesday night. He is eligible to return on January 14th, which means he will miss at least the next 2 games. So hopefully it's nothing serious with Jamie Drysdale, who's having a great year over in Philadelphia. Elsewhere in sports, let's get to the college football semifinal, the Peach Bowl over in Atlanta, Georgia. And number 1 ranked Indiana is rolling past number 5 ranked Oregon 35-7, just underway in the third quarter. The winner will face the Miami Hurricanes in the national championship game. And then finally, we got Blackhawks Predators tomorrow at 6 p.m. or at 7 p.m. But we also have Bears Packers tomorrow. That is coinciding with Blackhawks Predators at 7 p.m. at Soldier Field tomorrow night. And we got some good news on the injury front for the Bears. Wide receiver Rome Odunze is off the injury report and expected to be back for tomorrow night's game after missing 5 games with an injury. And then defensive back Kyler Gordon is listed as questionable, but he appears to be tracking to play. Gordon has missed. He's only played 3 games this year for the Bears. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, DJ Oreo is in the house putting on a concert for the Blackhawks faithful here at the United Center. And the Blackhawks are facing a 4-1 deficit going into the third period. We'll take a quick break and break down the second period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Nick Foligno. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10 on WGN Radio.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yingling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer. It's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Marquette Bank has been helping small business owners for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you have a partner for your business. Whether you need a small business loan, help with cash management, or help with your personal banking, Marquette Bank is here to support your business. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Stop wasting your Saturdays driving all over town. Instead of losing an entire weekend going store to store, let Floor Coverings International bring the showroom to you. Their mobile design experts arrive with over 3,000 samples, hardwood, carpet, tile, and more. See your options in your own lighting, saving time and stress. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com today. Floor Coverings International, the smart way to floor your home. Financing is available. Terms and conditions may apply.
For the lowest gas prices in Chicagoland, visit WGNradio.com/gas prices. Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Second intermission here at the United Center. The Blackhawks trail the Washington Capitals 4-1 through 2 periods of play. Shots on goal 16-16. They're even, but of course the Washington Capitals have a much higher shooting percentage than the Blackhawks in this game. Time now to look at tonight's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. Now's your opportunity to find health insurance that fits your budget at getcoveredillinois.gov. Open enrollment ends on January 15th. The Blackhawks had a power play opportunity in that second period, and there was some pretty sustained offensive zone time for Chicago on that first unit. Connor Bedard was out there for like a minute and a half with that first unit, and he had a grade A scoring chance, maybe twice. Connor Bedard trying to set up Tyler Bertuzzi on that kind of backdoor human backboard play, and Logan Thompson made a sensational save on the second opportunity, but then the second unit hopped onto the ice, and Oliver Moore ended up capitalizing. What a shot it was to pull the Blackhawks within 3-1. Unfortunately, Washington ends up getting the next one. I did like the response, though, by Nick Lardis defending Oliver Moore later on in that period after getting hit by Justin Sordiff. After Sordiff had found the back of the net seconds prior. I know the Blackhawks ended up going on the penalty kill, and they did kill it off, but that's one that you don't mind a penalty for Nick Lardis. Really playing the long game of showing that you have your teammates back. And so it was a clean hit, but and it was worth a penalty for the Blackhawks, obviously killing that off. But those are one of the better penalties that you want to take, especially in a game that the Hawks are trailing 4-1. You want to see that galvanizing moment for the Blackhawks. Drew Comesso was in net for Chicago because the injury bug, or the stomach bug, the illness bug, is ripping through the Blackhawks locker room. Ilya Mikheyev, Louis Crevier, Spencer Knight, Arvid Soderblom are all unavailable for the Blackhawks in this game. Nick Foligno wasn't on the ice for morning skate either because I think he was one of the guys as well that was getting hit with the injury bug or the illness bug. He is playing tonight, though. Jeff Blashill wasn't feeling well this morning. He didn't do the pregame media availability. Anders Sorensen is one of the guys that has also been affected by this. He's not on the bench for Chicago in this game, assistant coach for the Blackhawks. So, the Hawks have a game tomorrow against the Nashville Predators. Hopefully, the illness is contained because the Hawks have a busy stretch here. This is actually the start of not just a back-to-back, but also the Blackhawks are starting a 3 games in 4 day stretch, being back here at the United Center on Monday to take on the Oilers. Time now to get to tonight's third period projections, sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. I'm going to say we're going to get a third period goal by Connor Bedard, who seems like he has his wheels tonight. He's obviously missed the last 12 games with a shoulder injury, but he does not look like he's ailing in any way, or it doesn't look like he's trying to shake off any rust. It feels like his legs have been moving. He does have 3 shots on goal in this game, which is tied for the team lead. All 3 of those shots came in the first period, but I think he's been really noticeable. Even on that power play that I just mentioned, he tried setting up Tyler Bertuzzi twice. And so the Hawks have certainly missed his offensive impact, but you could just feel the group being elevated when number 98 is on the ice. He was on a line in that second period with Ryan Green and Andre Burakovsky. He started this game with Oliver Moore and Nick Lardis, but the Hawks changed things up after giving up 3 goals in that first period. And so we'll see what the line juggling is going to be in the third period for the Blackhawks. We'll take one more break, and then we are going to set up the third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The Chicago RV Show is back. This annual event features multiple dealers, celebrity seminars, even Spider-Man will be there. And RV There Yet Theater. See all the latest and greatest in motorized and towable RVs. Save thousands with factory rebates and special show financing. Tailgating or traveling, there's an RV for you. Friday, January 9th through Sunday the 11th, there's free parking at the Schaumburg Convention Center. RVSupershows.com.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center, the Blackhawks in their alternate black jerseys are on the ice with the Washington Capitals for the start of the third period. Hawks only have 1 goal in this game, and it came in the second period on the power play. Oliver Moore, his 5th of the season.
Grzelcyk now in the deep slot. Moves it over right wing boards Lardis. Back to Grzelcyk. To the left circle, Moore fires a shot. He scores! The Hawks are on the board. Oliver Moore with a snapshot over the shoulder of Thompson. Beat him on the glove side. And with a power play goal, the Hawks trail the Capitals 3-1.
What a shot by Oliver Moore. Goals in back-to-back games now for Oliver after he had a goal and an assist against St. Louis on Wednesday night. And that is now the 8th power play goal for the Blackhawks on their last 17 opportunities, converting at almost a 50% clip. Stay hot, power play. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com as we throw it back over to John and Steve for the third.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Steve, the thought that comes to my mind when you see Oliver Moore shooting the puck as he has and scoring as he has is his confidence in his shooting. Got to be sky high right now.
I didn't realize he could shoot the puck that hard. And it's funny, I saw Pat Ferschweiler, a great head coach of the Western Michigan University Broncos, not too long ago, and he said, He went up to, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Kyle Davidson at the draft. After they drafted, Bedard went in that first round. Oliver Moore went a little later in that first round. He goes, you got the most skilled player in the draft, and you got the fastest player in the draft. And he was talking about Bedard and Oliver Moore. And boy, Oliver Moore has certainly proved that to be true.
Yeah, Pat would certainly know that. By the way, Pat Ferschweiler, for those of you hockey historians out there, a former Kansas City Blade. Played in the IHL. Good hockey player, too. Underway here in the third period. Nick Dowd steps into Artem Leshchinov in the far corner. The Hawks get the puck back, however, as Kaiser pokes it through the air to center ice. John Carlson in front of the penalty boxes. Leaves it there for Dowd. He's given a bump by the Hawks, Colton Dock. The Hawks get the puck back. Leshchinov to Connor Bedard. Breaking through center over the Capital line down the left wing. Carlson blew a tire. Bedard to the net fires. It's turned out of there by Thompson. And Dowd in the near corner Capital zone reclaims the puck. Flips it through the air down into the Hawk zone as the Capitals will get a line change.
I don't blame John Carlson for blowing a tire there, because when you see Connor Bedard coming at full speed, there's not much else he can do. He just kind of went down, and Connor went upstairs, but just couldn't beat Thompson.
Now, Ryan Leonard into the Hawk zone on the left wing side was balancing the puck on the blade of his stick about 4 or 5 times and tried to make a pass. Hawks eventually get to the puck, but that was pretty cool to watch. Back in the Capital zone, Matt Roy to the puck along the right boards. To Chychrun between the circles. He's tracked out to center ice by the Hawks' Ryan Green, but Chychrun dumps it to the left wing corner Hawk end. And Matt Grzelcyk back to get the puck. The teams make line changes. Korchinski passing on the right wing at center ice. Ryan Donato weaving into the Capital zone. Tried to beat the defense. Protas took the puck away, clears to the line, but Connor Murphy took it at the right point and spins it down behind the net. Now it's spun back to Murphy, right point again. He'll flip it back down in behind the Capital net again. This time Rasmus Sundin will take it away. Over to Declan Chisholm, then a pass ahead on the left wing over the stick and down and over the stick of Dylan Strome, I should say, and down, and icing is the call against Washington.
John, while we have an opportunity, all Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circus Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
Face off to the right of Thompson. It's going to be Oliver Moore facing off with the Hawks' Dylan Strome. The former Hawk Dylan Strome. Hawks get control. Vlasic from the left wing corner fires a shot. Thompson stopped it with the pads. Teravainen then fires from the left point. That deflects wide of the net. Strome turned it over. At the left point, Vlasic put it down to the bottom of the left wing circle, then in behind the Capital net to Moore. He's checked into the end boards. Works the puck free Nick Lardis in the right wing corner. Whips it behind the net around to the left wing half boards to Vlasic. Hit by Ovechkin, but drops it off. Moore at the left point fires. And this hit a body and ends up tumbling behind the Capital net. Then Lardis steals it away along the right wing boards from Sandin. But then Sandin took the puck back in the corner and lifts it out to center ice. Here's Kevin Korchinski back into the Capitals on left wing side. Drops it off to Teravainen there. He swings the puck behind the Capital net. Sandin took it away for Washington. They'll move the puck up the right wing. Brett Leeson at center ice. Dumps it down in behind the Hawk net. Korchinski chases it down. Had a stick lifted off the puck. But then there to try and get the puck for the Capitals was Hendrix LaPierre. He was knocked down by Brandon Slaggert. Never got a shot away. Colton Dock along the far boards with the puck. Put it in behind the Hawk net to Kevin Korchinski. Saskatoon native will send it up the left wing side to Grzelcyk, who shot the puck out at center ice for Dock. He was taken off the puck. And again, Grzelcyk chasing the puck down. Now Kaiser chasing it down as Landon Slaggert finished a check along the near boards and glass on Carlson.
Korchinski was looking for a call. He was knocked down by, and I believe it was LaPierre. No call on the play, and he eventually ended up getting up off the ice.
Burakovsky, right wing corner, Capital zone, sets up Dock, left right circle. He fires a shot that goes wide, and then Kaiser fires from the left point. That puck hit the post and ricochets out. Kaiser then wings a pass ahead for Leshchinov, and this goes down. They're going to wave the icing. Farivari in the far corner in the Capital zone, battling with Ryan Green, and the puck topples up into the protective netting and out of play. So we're down to 15:48 left in the third. Still 4-1 Capitals.
Well, that shot by Wyatt Kaiser. If it's half an inch lower, that goes in. Now, Logan Thompson did not see it. He was screened by his own player, and a smart wrister from Kaiser from about 55 feet out. And Just off the crossbar, hit it squarely and stayed out.
Well, the draw circle to Thompson's left. That's going to be Bedard against Nick Dow. The drop of the puck. Bedard wins it cleanly to the deep slot. Levshunov sends the puck left point. Kaiser, penalty coming up here to the Capitals as Kaiser floats the puck in behind the Capital net. Dowd picks it off, but he looks like he's going to be the guilty party. He's going to head to the Capital penalty box. Hawks on the power play.
Tripping should be the call.
Washington number 26, minor penalty for tripping.
And tripping is the call, and the second unit getting an opportunity here for head coach Jeff Blashill and Mike Bellucci, who handled the coaching duties this morning as far as fielding questions from the assorted press. And he pointed out it's the second unit who scored a couple of power play goals last game, and they get an opportunity here. And if the Blackhawks have any chance of coming back in this game, this you would think would have to be a must-score situation.
Well, they had a 5-on-3 power play earlier in the game that the Capitals killed. But then Oliver Moore scoring the Hawks' only goal on the power play in the second period. We'll see what we get. Hawks get control off the draw. Grizzlick's got the puck left point to Oliver Moore. To Grizzlick deep slot. To Lardis right circle. Sweeps a pass in front of the net. He's looking for Foligno's stick. Puck bounds out to Moore left point. Moore now along the left wing boards. Put it back for Grizzlick. This is picked off by McMichael of the Caps, who carries the center ice, and now Protas into the Hawk zone. Right circle, put it over McMichael. From the left circle, he fires, and a blocker save made by Comesso.
Really good stop by Comesso. Not expecting that. It was a 2-on-1, and the high riser got fought off by the young netminder.
Now Ryan Green deflects a errant Capital dump in off the glass behind the Hawk net. Green will now carry out the center ice. Hands the puck to Nick Lardis over the Capital line on the left wing. Sweeps it down behind the net. Nick Foligno caught it in his skates in the right wing corner. Bats it out to the line, held in by Grizzlick. Still looking for his first Blackhawk goal. To Moore, left circle. Put it over right circle. Foligno to the high slot Grizzlick. To Moore, top of the left circle. Sent it in behind the net. To Lardis, right corner. To Foligno, leaves it behind the net. But now Carlson took the puck away. Carlson then given a bump by Green against the end boards. Oliver Moore in to offer some assistance. He's shouldered down to the ice by Carlson. Puck slides to the left wing half boards. And Foligno couldn't get control of it to dump it to the corner. Duhaime of the Capitals clears the center ice. Hawks take the puck back in their end. Next unit on for the Hawks. 28 seconds in the power play. Burakovsky to the Capital line. Floats it on the left wing boards to Bertuzzi. Now to the high slot Levshunov to the top of the right circle to Teravainen. He tried to use his skate to kick the puck over to Bedard. This is picked off by the Caps. Here they come up ice, shorthanded. Into the Hawks zone, Alexei Protas. And he is pushed off the puck by fellow Belarusian-born NHLer Artem Levshunov. That's a mouthful. And then the puck is shot across the rink by Protas. The Caps are at full strength. Into the Capital zone, Bertuzzi. Feather right circle, Burakovsky. He fed it in front of the net. It was intended for Bedard in the left circle. The pass eludes him. Tumbles back to center ice. And the Hawks get the puck back. Teravainen into the Capital zone, left wing side. Sends it down behind the net, around up the far side. Dylan Strome of the Caps will chop it down ice into the Hawk zone. And Wyatt Kaiser tried to get to the puck in the far corner. He and Ethan Frank engaged in a battle, and a good puck battle won there by Kaiser. Head to Bertuzzi. Flips the puck left wing corner, Capital zone. Ryan Donato battling with Chychrun there. Chychrun moves it up the right side to Strome, who sends the center ice. Puts Slaggert back into the Capital end. Right circle, shoots, and Thompson down with a butterfly save. Will hold on to the puck. 12:53 left in period number 3. Still 4-1 Capitals. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You've heard Tom Fortino, principal and founder of the Alpha Wealth Group, for years here on WGN. We invite you to join him Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour. He'll be talking about what's going on in the financial world and the 5 pillars of a complete retirement plan. How to build guaranteed income, tax efficiency, a smart investment plan you can stick to, asset protection, and estate planning. That's Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour with Tom Fortino here on AM 720 WGN.
It's Ryan Donato. Listen to John Landecker weeknights at 7 on WGN Radio.
Welcome back to the United Center. The Washington Capitals hold a 4-1 lead over the Blackhawks. Capital scores are Beauvillier, McMichael, Frank, and Sordiff here in the third period. Lone goal scorer for the Chicago Blackhawks, Oliver Moore. And John, you mentioned the name Ryan Strome earlier, and Ryan Strome had a couple of really good seasons here with the Blackhawks. I always thought there was undue pressure on him. Remember, he was taken 3rd overall in that draft that saw Connor McDavid go number 1, Jack Eichel go number 2, and Ryan Strome go number 3. And, of course, he didn't really live up to, especially what those other 2 guys were capable of doing. But last year was a career year for him. 26 goals, make that 29 goals and 53 assists, basically a point per game for Dylan Strome.
Yeah, Dylan found new life going to Washington, getting to center line with Alexander Ovechkin on it. I mean, who wouldn't? Good for Dylan. Good kid, good guy, good family. Met his dad this morning.
No. I think I said Ryan once. Ryan, of course, his brother.
Right. He plays for Anaheim, but we knew who you were talking about. We're talking about Dylan. Well, inside the Hawk zone to the far corner, Burakovsky sends the puck out to the line, and it's fired in from the far point by Chychrun. The glove save made by Drew Commesso. He'll hold on to the puck. Face off to his right. 12:15 left on the clock. No change in the score.
Well, the unfortunate thing for the Blackhawks, John, their 2 starting net miners are out. And now, barring a miraculous recovery, it might be Drew Commesso again tomorrow. Not that that's a bad thing, but, your 2 starting net miners out. You got 2 important players in Leo Crevier and also Ilya Mikheyev out of the lineup. So, and I'm sure there's guys playing tonight who aren't 100%, but there's no rest for the Wicked, and they've going to have to try and reset and get ready for tomorrow night.
I would think that getting fluids, and lots of them, will be very important between now and game time tomorrow night down in Nashville. Back inside the Hawk zone, Wyatt Kaiser takes a handoff, passing on the left wing to Doc over the Capital blue line at the point. Hit by Carlson as he unloads the puck down behind the net. Hendricks Lapierre will skate it up the left wing in front of the benches at center ice and drop the puck in behind the Hawk net. Landon Slaggert back to take it there. Spins it up the left wing glass to the Capital blue line. Then Roy is there to send it all the way back down. He misses his teammate McMichael, and icing's going to be called here against the Caps. Are they going to face it off at center ice? I believe they are.
Well, I've been impressed with this Washington team. They scored in their first shot, but they've done a real good job defensively. Now, Chicago does have 18 shots, and some of them high-danger shots, but one thing I noticed is Spencer Carberry team, and we should mention Kirk Muller, too, who's an assistant coach, and he has been for the last 3 years here in Washington. Do a real good job in front of their net. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, or about a 25-foot radius in front of Logan Thompson.
Now the puck shot from Ryan Leonard off of Sordiff's skate. He kind of went on the hobble there for a minute. Ends up in the Hawk zone. Korchinski carrying out at the left wing side. He's hit as he dumps it down into the Capital zone. And in the far corner, Justin Sordiff had the puck stripped away by Nick Lardis of the Hawks. He'll flip it back behind the Capital net. And Roy will poke it ahead to Leonard, who then sends the puck to center ice. But the Hawks get the puck back down their end. Here's Kevin Korchinski on the left wing side. Skating the puck ahead to center ice. Sticks it down the boards behind the Caps net. This circles the net to the right wing corner to Dickinson. Dickinson tried to turn the center of the puck. Instead, it deflects to big Alexei Protas. He's got a brother named Ilya that plays for the Hershey Bears, the AHL affiliate of the Capitals, and they say he's a bigger monster than Alexei is.
Hard to imagine.
Yeah. Alexi Protas 6'6" and 245. Just an enormous guy. We get a whistle on an offside at the Capital blue line. Face-off will come out the center. They also say his brother, by the way, has got greater skill, and they're kind of salivating, waiting for him to join this Capital team, which is already a pretty good-sized hockey team.
Yeah, well, I really like how the Washington Capitals, I guess in particular, Brian McClellan was the general manager. Right now it's Chris Patrick, and they like to season guys in the minors. And a number of these guys, Alexi Protas is a good example. He spent a couple of years down in Hershey. A number of these players currently playing spent, paid their dues in the minors. And sure. I think that's the right way to bring up a lot of these guys, especially when you're not a superstar.
Well, from the draw, Chisholm firing one in from the left point. Stick save made by Comesso. Vlasic now from the left wing boards. Passing Ed Bertuzzi, Hawk line left wing. Shot it across the rink, intended for Dickinson, who does get to the puck into the right wing corner, Capital zone. He put it in behind the net. Bertuzzi digs it out. Put it in front for Donato. Unfortunately, it bounced off his stick blade, and Protas will carry to center ice and then hand it off to Strome. He'll take the puck back into the Capital end. In the near corner, this is Jacob Chikrin.
It's a good play by Tyler Bertuzzi. Sorry, John. Just on the forecheck, turns the puck over, spots Donato right in front all alone, and fortunately that puck just bounced on him at the last second.
Bertuzzi to Levshin off the green over the Capital line. A hard wrist shot is just over the net. I think he had Thompson beaten. Levshin off now against the right wing boards. Will drop the puck there to Ryan Green. Protects it out to the point, then banks it down the boards. Bertuzzi. He slings the puck to the left point, but Kaiser was over in the deep slot area, and that puck deflects away, and then Kaiser got it back and flipped it down toward the Capital end in the corner. This deflects over the glass. Whistle stops play. 9:20 left in the third. 4-1 Capitals. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The John Williams Show, weekdays 10 to 2 on the station you trust, WGN.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 0.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end February 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hockey fans, I'm Frank Cerrone, President and CEO of Pan American Bank and Trust. If you're a business owner in the Chicagoland area, you already know average doesn't cut it. You need a bank partner who moves fast, understands your needs, and delivers the capital and ideas to power your next big play. That's exactly what we do. We're Chicago's premier bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Don't just bank, partner with Pan American Bank. Let's build something great together. Pan American Bank, Chicago's bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care. So you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Welcome back to the United Center. Blackhawks trail 4-1 to the Washington Capitals, and no rest for the Blackhawks. They get on a charter plane tonight to head to Nashville. Nashville has won 4 of their last 6 games, and Nashville currently 1 point ahead of the Chicago Blackhawks. And boy, a month and a half ago, Nashville Predators were dead in the water. And they just put together a nice little string here over the last, I'd say, 5 weeks, where they have been really, really good.
You really have to hand it to former Hawk Andrew Brunette, the head coach down there.
Yep.
And Barry Trotz, their general manager, their longtime head coach. And they have been patient. They put it together, as you said, playing very competitive hockey. We'll see them tomorrow night down in the Music City for the first time this year. Now Colton Dock dumps the puck in behind the Capital net off the inboards. Thompson swats it around up the right wing side. At the Capital line, Nick Dowd goes rink wide with a pass to Sandin in front of the benches. He'll wind it down the left side boards in behind the Hawk net and up the near side. And then Brett Leeson battling with a host of Hawks. Korchinski got to the puck, put it behind the net. Grzelcyk then moves the puck into the far corner with the Capitals down and the Hawks Colton Dock engage. Puck knocked free behind the net. Comesso stopping it there for Korchinski. He's finished with a body check by Duhaime, but leaves the puck to Grzelcyk, and he'll move it ahead to center ice. Landon Slaggert. Golden Domer into the Capital zone on the right wing side. Had the puck slapped off his stick to center ice. Connor Bedard back to get it at the Hawk blue line. To Vlasic, left wing of center ice. He'll stroke it down the boards deep into the Capital zone. Circles the net to the right wing corner. Burakovsky there. Tried to make a pass to Bedard. This hit a skate at one of the Capitals and ends up back down ice into the Hawk end.
Not trying to make excuses for anyone, but just watching Nick Foligno on his last shift, and he is just running on fumes. And he was one of those guys that missed the morning skate, and I don't know exactly what he has, but it's not Nick Foligno hockey, and he's just literally going out there, skating for maybe 30 seconds, and then getting right off the ice, and not a lot extra.
Now the puck shot into the Capital zone by Murphy. Bedard in the right wing corner. Sent it behind the net. Swatted away, however, by Chychrun. Put it up the left wing to McMichael. He'll clear the puck into the Hawk zone. Murphy back to get it. The Kaiser now behind the net. Over to Murphy, the corner, then back behind the net, Kaiser, and he'll skate the puck up the left wing. And it at center ice, Donato. Hands it off for Bedard at the Capital blue line, but it's knocked off his stick, and the Capitals get the puck back. 6:50 left in period number 3. Capitals with the 4-1 lead. Big Alexei Protas takes a handoff at center ice. Dumps the puck down to the inboards Hawk zone. Left shot there to Kaiser. Works it up the left wing side. Bertuzzi at center ice. To Donato coming by over the Capital line. Tried to drop it at the right point for Levshunov. Taken away by Fairbury to Ovechkin into the Hawk zone. Left circle. He shoots. He scores. And the grade 8 firing it right along the ice under the glove of Drew Comesso. That's his 18th career goal against the Chicago Blackhawks, and it might be the last one we ever see. Yeah. Number 916 collectively for the grade 8 with 6:27 left in period number 3. It's 5-1 in favor of the Capitals.
He's had a lot of shots in this game. That was his 4th shot on net, and he picked his spot perfectly. And he's found a fresh victim, his first goal ever against Drew Comesso. And I'm sure that is a stat somewhere, how many different goaltenders he has scored on over his 20-year career. We'll get Charlie Romiliotis on that right now. But I'd say 900 goals, 917 now. Oh, gosh. That's a lot of goaltenders.
Yeah. I'll bet you that list is... I bet you it's at least 100 goaltenders.
I was going to say 100. Yeah. It's got to be maybe more than 100. And Charlie, thank you, 187.
Look at that.
And then that includes Drew Comesso, right? Yeah.
Wow. You know, you ask Charlie for anything, he'll get it for you, Steve. So, Charlie, I need a winning Powerball ticket whenever you can get around to that. We'll get an icing call here against the Capitals, and this will bring the draw back into the Washington zone, circled to the right of Thompson.
Quick story about getting the winning numbers. My wife came to me and she said, you know that guy who won the $1.6 billion, wherever it was, Arkansas?
In Arkansas, right.
She said that he had asked ChatGPT for the numbers, and that's how, and I'm saying, honey, you can't believe everything you read. I kind of don't think that's how it happened, but.
Imagine a spouse, giving you that, that kind of advice, Steve. I mean, I can't see it.
When in doubt, ask ChatGPT.
That's right. Yeah. Well, he's a very happy man, I'm sure, down in the state of Arkansas. I don't play that lottery until it gets over $1 billion anyway, so we're going to have to wait a while. 5:35 left in the third. Capitals leading 5-1. Sandin with the puck beside the Capital net will start up. He's in no hurry. He gains center ice on the left wing. Slings the puck down the boards behind the Hawk net. Rolls up the near side. Foligno absorbs a check from Dowd, but wins the battle for the puck ahead to Doc. The Slaggert over the Capital line. Right circle. Tried to put it in front for Doc. He was taken down by Carlson. No penalty call. Murphy at the right point with a puck to Vlasic. Left point. Long shot from there. Kicked out by Thompson. Murphy a follow-up shot from the right point. Thompson down to the butterfly position. Stop that. Foligno got it back behind the net. Rolls it around to the right point to Murphy. Long shot. Hit the side of the net. Foligno to the puck again. To Murphy, right point. Sends it left point now. Vlasic. He'll work his way past it, check down the boards. And then was submarined by Ethan Frank, who may have caught the blade of the skate of Vlasic in that fracas. Now shot from the right point by Murphy, redirected just wide by Colton Dock. And then Dowd clears the puck down to center ice. Ethan Frank there unintentionally lifts the puck over the glass at the Hawks bench, and a whistle stops play. 4:32 remains in the game. The Capitals lead 5-1. Come on back for the conclusion right after these messages. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more, all in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, this is Chris Chelios. Let's get back to Hawks hockey. Here's the boys.
Well, thanks, Chris. And John, you mentioned the kind of long and winding road that Logan Thompson took to the NHL, undrafted through junior hockey, and played a year of Canadian collegiate hockey at Brock University. And then he played the East Coast Hockey League and then the AHL, and got an opportunity to play, well, it was with the Vegas Golden Knights farm team. And, then he had an opportunity to play for a former general manager of his, Kelly McCrimmon, who became the general manager of the Vegas Golden Knights. And that's when he really caught on with Vegas. And, of course, the familiarity certainly helped in the fact that he really improved his game.
Wasn't he a Brandon Wheat King for a while? I'm pretty sure he was.
That's where he was with Kelly. Yeah, absolutely. And Logan's lost his last 4 games. Now, one of those was against the Blackhawks. He only allowed 2 goals on 33 shots, and he lost it in the shutout. But things haven't been that great for him the last couple of weeks. He has played very solidly here tonight.
I was just going to say he's looked strong in net tonight for the Caps. He stopped 22 of 23 Blackhawks shots here tonight. And in fairness, the Blackhawks are not a healthy hockey team. If they're healthy, I think they test them a little bit more. But credit where credit is due. Thompson's been solid. Speaking of Thompson, he gets to the puck behind the Capital net. Sweeps it around up the right wing side for Ovechkin. He'll redirect the puck down ice into the Hawk end. Vlasic's got it between the circles. Are we seeing Alex Ovechkin's last ever shift here at the United Center? We'll see. Vlasic dumping the puck into the Capital zone. Bertuzzi along the left boards. Slings it behind the net around to the far side. Protas clears to the line, but not out. Held in by Jason Dickinson. Dickinson escapes to the left point. Then the puck rolls off his stick blade over the blue line to center ice. Dickinson got it back. Donato inside the Capital zone. He lost the rolling puck to Chisholm, who clears to center ice. Hawks get it back into the Capital zone. Bertuzzi, left point, put it down to the left wing corner. Murphy. Donato back in the net. He'll drive it around the boards and back down ice into the Hawk end. He's trying to hit Oliver Moore with a pass. Moore wasn't in position. Here's Moore now back with the puck through center. Had it poked away by Duhaime at the Capital blue line. He's given a rough ride into the boards by Lardis as he comes back up ice. Puck ends up behind the Hawk net. Grisick will move it around up the right wing side. Oliver Moore was swept down to the ice at the Capital blue line in what could have been, maybe a slew foot. But no penalty is called. Offside is called. Face-off comes out to center ice.
Well, it really, talked about the defense of this Washington team. They're really coming back with a purpose, coming back hard. And mentioned this as one of the keys. Also mentioned it in the pregame show. The fathers are on the trip with the Washington Capitals. And a lot of times, especially when you're at home or when you're on the road, in front of family, in front of your dads, in front of your mentors, you want to put out a really good showing. I think the Washington Capitals have done exactly that. They started scoring the first shot of the game, and they really haven't taken their foot off the gas since.
Now Korchinski in the Capital zone along the left boards. Just swings the puck down behind the net. Carlson picks it off. The pass up the right wing to Leeson. He shot it across the rink, intended for Sandin in front of the benches, but this banks into the Hawk zone, and Matt Grzelcyk will take the puck. Head to Korchinski, center ice on the left wing. He sweeps it down behind the net. Teravainen there, put it out in front for Slaggert, and he shanks the shot just wide. Slaggert got the puck back left wing corner to Foligno, back of the net. Fed the right circle, Levchinov, a tough angle shot, and Thompson stops it to the side of the net and holds on. Then we get a little pushing and shoving going on. Landon Slaggert right in the middle of it, as is Nick Foligno, who has lost his helmet and has a headlock on Jacob Chychrun. And now John Carlson gives one of the Hawks a shove. The linesmen have restored order. Landon Slaggert playing with a little bit of a burr under his saddle here in the last period and a half.
Well, he plays with energy. He scored in the last game. Had an assist also. And it was good to see Artie Levchinov come to his aid in front of the net. I'm sure Nick Foligno, that's the last thing he wanted. I mentioned the fact that he missed the morning skate, and I don't think he's feeling 100%, but he got himself involved too with one of the stronger guys in the NHL, and Jacob Chychrun ended up losing his helmet on the play, but no penalties at the end of that, and a nice shot on net by Landon Slaggert.
Steve, I would kind of think that one of the concerns of a team like the Capitals, knowing that the Blackhawks team has been beset with some illness, is the nearness or the proximity on the ice. I mean, they're exhaling germs as they breathe, and if you're in that vicinity, you inhale what someone else exhales, and they've got the sickness. I mean, that could go through your whole team. I mean, it's all in theory.
What about us, John? We were in that dressing room this morning.
I know. I was going to say.
We're going to have to get the Lysol wipes out next time we're in that dressing room.
Grzelcyk fires one in from the right point, and that skips into the glove of Thompson, and he'll hold on.
It's kind of the last thing you're thinking about when you're on the ice. And I know you're in close proximity and you are breathing on each other. But right now the Washington Capitals trying to get it turned around. Mentioned earlier, they had an unbelievable start to the season, but since that really, really quick start, they've been really middle of the road. In fact, just 5 wins and 11 losses in the last 16 games. So they feel they can get it turned around now and get Tom Wilson back, and Tom Wilson's still out of the lineup. They'll be a team that might be able to do some damage in the playoffs. And of course, last year they made the playoffs. They beat Montreal in the first round, but then lost in round 2 to Carolina.
And Wilson went on IR. He did skate in the morning, skate this morning. We're going to get a tripping call here to one of the Hawks, and this will pretty much put the game away. Landon Slaggert's going to go off. Capitals are going to get a power play. Will we see Ovechkin one last time? I kind of doubt it.
And here is the call on Slaggert.
Chicago number 84, minor penalty for tripping.
Right now, Duhaime talking things over with Colton Dock. I'm not too sure what's going on over at the players' bench, but they very slow getting off. And they finally separated. You mentioned Duhaime being maybe a lot tougher than his size would suggest. A guy who can throw the mitts. And he was talking to a couple of players before he exited the ice, but cooler heads prevail, and now we see the power play for Washington.
Capitals 0 for 2 so far on their power play. You kind of wonder if some of that is carried over from the game 6 days ago. Maybe something unresolved, let's just say.
Could be. Good to see Spencer Carberry, though, just putting out some guys who maybe don't normally get power play time. And with a score of 5-1, you'd almost expect that.
Connor McMichael enters the Hawks zone, drops it along the left wing boards to Hendricks Lapierre. He coughed up the puck to the Hawks, Jason Dickinson. And with 1 minute remaining in the game, he'll just dump the puck into the right wing corner in the Capital zone and get off in a change. Here's Rasmus Sandin carrying out of the Capital zone to center ice. Drops it off to Ethan Frank. Hands it off to Justin Sordiff. Along the right wing boards, Hawk zone. Back to Sandin, right point. Back to Sordiff. turned it over to Ryan Green. He'll clear over the line to center ice. Hawks haven't stopped competing. That's a good sign anyway. And Levshinoff to a loose puck in the Hawk zone will turn and float it through the air and down into the Capital end. Declan Chisholm picks it up for the Caps and goes for a little skate with a puck down between the circles. Capital end. 19 seconds left in the game. Chisholm to center ice. Put the puck in over the Hawk line down the left wing to Dowd. Now here's Duhaime, top of the right circle. Guns a shot over the net. Puck rides around to Dickinson. Clears to the line. No further. Beauvillier there to the high slot. And a shot from Duhaime deflects off of Comesso and out of play. And there's the horn ending the hockey game. Well, it was a valiant effort by the Blackhawks here tonight. Beset with illness before the drop of the puck. They did their level best to compete in this game. Unfortunately, they're going to fall short by a 4-goal margin. The Capitals win 5-1. The Hawks did outshoot the Capitals in the game 24-23, but that's all of little consolation.
Yeah, the 4-game winning streak comes to an abrupt end, and it literally came to an end on the first shot of the game where Washington went ahead 1-0 and really never looked back from that point. And as you mentioned, there's sickness going through this team. Both starting netminders out, not dressed. Ilya Mikheyev not in the lineup. Louis Crevier also not in the lineup due to illness. And I'm sure a bunch of guys who played in this hockey game not feeling 100%. But you know what? They have no time to really feel bad about that, feel sad for themselves. They've got another big game tomorrow night against a team that is right in front of them in the standings, the Nashville Predators, who currently hold a 1-point lead over Chicago. So they got to regroup and get ready for another big contest tomorrow night.
4-point game for both teams. 5-1 the final score. The Capitals win with the loss. The Hawks overall record now 18-19-7. Well, with the win, the Capitals improved